country illegally.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. Many federal employees remain off the job. Those deemed essential keep working but won't get paid till there's funding. And the shutdown also puts on hold economic reports. So we won't get the September jobs and unemployment update that had been due to come out this morning. Russia is warning the U.S. about continued support for Ukraine in the war, as President Trump's attempts to get leaders of both countries to hold talks together stalls. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt tells Fox.
The president has made it very clear that we are going to continue to sell weapons to NATO so NATO can provide those weapons to Ukraine.
Russian President Vladimir Putin says if the U.S. sends Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine, it'll be a new stage of escalation. Now to another area of concern. The president has sent Congress a memo about off the coast of Venezuela.
The Trump administration says it's in a non-international armed conflict with drug cartels, which have now been designated as terrorist organizations. The memo cites a September 15th strike on a ship in the Caribbean accused of trafficking drugs, claiming it could eventually, quote, kill Americans.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz. It's a very different Friday for two music stars. While Taylor Swift's new album comes out, Sean Diddy Combs will be sentenced in New York for prostitution-related convictions, prosecutors pushing for 11 years in prison. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A police search a detached garage and shots fired. Clear radar 62 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 88 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 6:02.
I ain't see nothing. What I did when I came out, but I was in the kitchen making me some food. I was making me a sandwich, and then I just heard like 5 shots.
That man lives in a neighborhood near 10th and Sherman on the city's near east side, where police say they were searching for somebody on Thursday. A man who might have been wanted, connected to child abuse and other things. Officers say that man reached into his waistband, which prompted several cops to shoot him.
Our officers were out here doing exactly what we asked them to do. They were out here looking to apprehend people who are perpetrating violence within our community.
And the officers involved in the shooting, which is at least 3, will be placed on administrative leave. Early this morning, a fire at an apartment complex not far from Rockville Road and Lyndhurst Drive on the city's west side. It happened at about 3 a.m. It left several people without a home. Fire crews found heavy flames coming from the back of one apartment and spreading to the top of another. Everybody got out safely, but 2 adults and 2 kids were injured. They were taken to the hospital. Several other people treated at the scene. Major construction work coming to Hamilton County this Monday. Here's Matt Baer.
Phase 1 of Level Up 31 in Carmel begins Monday morning before rush hour. This is a huge construction project that will include modifications to the I-465 US 31 interchange and the 31 corridor itself. Monday's closures include the shutdown of the exit ramp from eastbound 465 to southbound Meridian Street through mid-December, and the closure of the exit from southbound 31 to 106 through late December.
And more from Matt coming up in a minute here. A state audit of the Indiana Economic Development Corporation during former Governor Eric Holcomb's administration found ongoing issues with conflicts of interest, hidden financial connections, and questionable spending. Auditors pointed to dozens of cases where officials had ties to outside groups receiving public money, but only one was officially reported. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. You have traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04 on a Friday morning.
At Community Health Network MD Anderson Cancer Center, you'll talk with an oncologist within 48 hours of your diagnosis, so you won't have to wait to start finding answers.
They got me in pretty quickly to meet my team. They gave me the plan and what they knew and what they wanted to do. I was really impressed with the care team and the approach they took.
Learn more about Community MD Anderson at ecommunity.com/cancer.
So fired up for a Hammer and Nigel Road Show. Coach's Tavern, downtown, Friday, October 3rd. It's brought to you by the Finnish Long Drink.
The Finnish Long Drink is financially backed by golfer Ricky Fowler and actor Miles Teller. You guys are going to love this, and we're going to sample some of these at Coach's Tavern, downtown, Friday, October 3rd. It's kind of my birthday party with the Finnish Long Drink. We hope to see you there.
All right, a little bit of a slowdown at Hancock County. This is eastbound 70 from County Road 200 West, and it runs about a half a mile. Outside of that, things are dreamy as we check out the north split. Westbound 70, good into the north split after rural. And right now, the construction of southbound 65 as 70 not slowing us down too much. No delay at the moment. I'll let you know when that changes. Traffic sponsored by Moderna. MNEXT by COVID-19 vaccine. mRNA by Moderna is here. To find it near you, visit mnextspike.com. That's MNEXSPIKE.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Drew Narsutis, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Hey, yeah, we are looking at another hot and sunny day coming our way here to central Indiana. We are going to be almost perfectly sunny to start, with a few afternoon clouds growing as we see the temperatures growing to maybe even the upper 80s after a slightly cooler day yesterday. Chances for a shower or two are actually around, most likely not quite Marion County, but we talk about Park County or Vermilion County, just west. There is maybe a 20% chance for a cooling shower to be around. We'll stay mostly dry and hot throughout the weekend, although hopefully some much-needed rain and a cooler fall feel is in the forecast for us Tuesday of next week and beyond.
Drew Narsutis, Wish TV meteorologist. Thank you so much. 59 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:07.
This hour powered by Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling, your independent American Standard Air dealer.
Entering day 14,207 of the government shutdown. Wait, what? Day 3. Only feels like more. Oh, got it. Day 3 of the government shutdown, and as you can see, we're all going to die. No, we're just some people not getting paid right now, and Congress is a bunch of morons, but we're all fine. Okay. Just heard we were all going to die from the shutdown. My mistake, and I apologize. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. All of this to get us to a shutdown that's going to come in November. It is madness what we are seeing. What is clear is that Chuck Schumer has lost this political fight. When it comes time for this to be redone in November, you understand, I only hope, that this CR isn't one that lasts 6 months or 8 months, continuing resolution, CR, how the government spends money and the appropriation to do so. This lasts until November 21st. All of this was about getting through another 5 weeks, when we'll see this all over again. What we will see is another conversation. All because you want some expanded funding for Obamacare, some expanded tax credits, which don't expire until the end of 2025. And you could probably get. Trump being Trump is going to say, sure, look at me. I'm making sure people get health care. Everybody's going to love me. I mean, I'm sorry, have we forgotten what it is we're dealing with, who it is we're dealing with? He's going to take the idea from the Democrats, go, thank you, make it his own. Or is that why you're doing this? So you can have it as yours, so the people know that you're really with them. Or is it as described, Chuck Schumer, this is all about trying to get liberals to think that you're one of them because you know that in a one-on-one in a primary against Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez for Senate, you're going to lose. And then you're actually going to have to learn how to grill a cheeseburger, which, based on the photo evidence, you don't know how to do. Maybe it'll be for your vacation. Maybe it'll be for your new job. If you invested like Nancy Pelosi, it would be for your vacation. This whole shutdown is crazed. This whole thing is ridiculous. And yes, on the politics, because in politics, if you're explaining you're losing, which is sometimes an odd thing because sometimes you have to explain a position. Hey, here's what I believe and here's why. I've often argued that one of the things, especially when it came to tariffs, The Trump administration had to explain why the tariffs were good, what it is we're trying to get accomplished, where the short-term pain is, and what we see on the other end. They only did it a little bit, which is why they haven't really won in the overarching regarding tariffs. The country sees Republicans as better with the economy. There's still faith in Trump overall, but you played the tariff game wrong. You didn't get clear enough. You didn't get focused enough. You didn't give Americans enough talking points to be able to utilize to work with this. And, well, here's the rest. Same thing is true with Epstein. But Schumer, Democrats, the Senate, no. Democrats have lost the plot here. Every single one of them. They may not know it. They may not act like it. But America knows it. Every day this goes on, they look more ridiculous. More Democrat defections will take place, and Schumer will lose this fight. That's the direction it's going. It's good to be back. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. You need power. And in order to get power, you need Generator Supercenter, because when the power goes out, you need a plan, and the power can go out, right? There's ice on the power line. That's going to absolutely do the damage right there. Transformer blows, the grid goes down because, it's an older system. Generator Supercenter is right there to make it all work. That's exactly how it happens. It connects to your home, to your major appliances. So if the power goes down, the Generac automatic standby generator from Generator Supercenter kicks right on. It starts working, and you've got power even when the rest of the neighborhood doesn't. And whether that power is out for an hour, a day, or longer, you got to talk to Generator Supercenter. You got to see all the Generac automatic standby generators they have available. The showroom is at 96 and 69. Yes, there's a showroom. There's a lot of different options. You're going to need to go through that with them. And then let Generator Supercenter come to your home and show you how a Generac automatic standby generator is going to lay out, connect to your home, and work for you and your family. Low monthly payments are available. They take care of the financing and the monitoring of your system. Generator Supercenter, 317-827-0808. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter, 827-0808.
This is Gary Dick, Purdue University on a mission to solve a mystery at 6:32. Join IBJ October 21st as we honor our 2025 Women of Influence. RSVP by October 14th at ibj.com/events.
Zillow ranking Indy number 2 among 2025's hottest markets. Home values have risen and are holding strong. Now is a great time to sell. Hire the team with proven systems to max your equity. I'm talking about real estate expert Mark Dietl. Don't have to take my word for it. Dan and Casey in Indianapolis said it was time to downsize. They needed to sell their old house quickly at full value. Mark Dietl and his team made it happen. They got their asking price in just a few weeks without any repairs or even an appraisal.
Mark Dietl is the best in the business, and he has the guarantee that backs it up. He guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price or deadline, or he will buy it. You pick the move date, no long-term contracts. That's what separates Mark Dietl. 755-4232 or go to markdietl.com. That's Mark, Dietel, markdietl.com. Tell him Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for advice and fun. Brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Bear. Missed you, boo-boo. What's going on?
Happy belated, Tony. We're looking at belated Yom Kippur. We're looking at Greenfield right now. US 40th State Road 9 shut down for the Riley Festival throughout the weekend. And that inbound 70 looking good as well from 465 to the north split. That is a
4-minute travel time right now. Don't delay. Just have a safe Friday morning. Traffic sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Eli Manning reminds you there's nothing like football in King's Hawaiian Sliders. King's Hawaiian Sliders make you a winner on game day. Pick them up this weekend at the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
59 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:15.
20 ribeyes for $35. That's 20 ribeyes for $35 at 2 locations in Indianapolis going on now. 20 ribeyes for only $35 in the Hardee's parking lot near Walmart at West 86th Street and Michigan Road. Just look for the big truck. Also in the Hardee's lot at the corner of Franklin Road and Pendleton Pike. Also on the big truck is cases of T-bones, fillets, New York strips, burgers, and a whole lot more. Big truck sale. Marinated chicken breasts too. Don't wait. Big steak sale at 2 different locations. In the Hardee's parking lot near Walmart at West 86th Street and Michigan Road. Also in the Hardee's lot at the corner of Franklin Road and Pendleton Pike. 20 ribeyes for just $35. Don't wait. Everything must go. Big truck sale. That's 20 ribeyes for $35. West 86th Street and Michigan Road. And the second location in the Hardee's parking lot at the corner of Franklin Road and Pendleton Pike. Get there before the truck is gone.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
So it was the Trump administration saying that there was armed conflict with drug smugglers. These people on the boats from Venezuela. Are we now believing, like I said this then, they weren't bringing drugs into the U.S.? Is there an actual belief that that wasn't happening? Is the argument that we're supposed to board every one of these boats? Maybe we should take the Rand Paul advice. Let's just call it an act of war. Let's declare war on Venezuela and then put an end to this. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. So you have had a series of these airstrikes. What the administration has informed Congress is that the U.S. has engaged in non-international armed conflict with drug cartels. Republicans and Democrats are saying, we would like some more information, please. The story over at the Wall Street Journal, take every story with a grain of salt. The Wall Street Journal, the ones who said, look at this letter that Trump wrote to Jeffrey Epstein, of course take it with a grain of salt. Don't be ridiculous. But they want answers. A legal explanation for these strikes. Pentagon General Counsel detailed the legal basis for the military attacks with the Senate Armed Services Committee in a closed-door briefing. Well, you're going to have to now sell this story to America by explaining where the intel is from and why this is the course of action. As a matter of, I think, the basics. Does the United States have the right to stop a problem before it starts? I argue yes. We are not discussing the rights of Americans here. If you tell me we are discussing the building of an international conflict, well, I think you can, as a member of Congress or any American, have that conversation. I would argue that the conflict is started by sending drugs into the United States, which we already know is happening. Same thing is true with gang members like Tren de Aragua. We already know that that's happening. So I think that it's an easy thing to say, yeah, but he started it. I think that actually is a legal precedent. I'm not sure. I'll check with the legal team. You know what? I'm going to need a legal team. I think that's probably the safer bet as it is. And I think you can actually make that claim. But if you want to argue, you're talking about repeated military action, which would signal that there was a policy now on this action and a policy against this nation for pursuing this action. Don't you actually have to now go about making that statement very clear and getting our approval as Congress? I think that's I don't know if the argument is legitimate in terms of how the courts would see it. I think that argument is legitimate as how Americans would say, well, yeah, I mean, If you got to handle something, okay, you handle something. If you're repeatedly handling something, don't you need the act of war? So Trump saying yesterday in a confidential note to Congress that the U.S. is in a, quote, non-international armed conflict, unquote, with the cartels. We already discussed the fact that the cartels are having so many issues with how Trump is dealing with the border that they're looking to Europe to make their money. Remember, the thing that really was making the money over the last years was not as much the drugs as it was the human trafficking. Because in the human trafficking, not only did they have people who wanted to make it into the United States, they told people, pay us, give us the money, we're doing this. Like the level of abuse is through the roof. They are having incredible issues. They're also having issues, the Mexican police, I don't know, feeling emboldened. They're using drones to capture cartel activity, and it's working. And there are only so many of these things the cartels can knock down. And as the cartels lose money, what you get is desperation. Something to keep an eye on. Also, keep an eye on foreign dollars' influence in elections. If you're a cartel, who would you want as president? Trump or some Trump acolyte or anybody on the political right? Or open borders Biden? Keep an eye on those dollars. Then there's the story out of Iowa, where more developments coming up, and I will say it again, DEI is a mess, and the people who are engaged in it are wrong. It's not diversity, equity, and inclusion. There is no diversity, there is no equity, there is no inclusion. It's a lie, and it's a fraud. And so we can also be clear. No value has come from it ever. The story is about this superintendent of the Des Moines Public Schools, Ian Roberts, who is in the country illegally, who had a removal order in 2024, the Biden administration. He fled, was found with $3,000 cash, a knife, and a gun on him. He had a previous gun charge in Pennsylvania. He was a registered voter in Maryland. And now you have got Morgan State University and MIT's Sloan School of Management stating very clearly, this guy was never at our school. He stated he received a doctorate in urban educational leadership from Morgan State University in July 2007. Morgan State confirming to the Des Moines Register that he did not obtain a degree from the school. MIT has no record of this guy attending. He's a con man, and no one believes the con more than the mark. So it's not surprising that a school board of mostly liberal white women jumped at the chance to hire him. But so did everybody else throughout his career, because they saw a black man with a doctorate and they said, we have to have a black man who's a doctorate. It's only fair. And for anybody who is of color upset with me, you know I'm right. So what the hell are you upset with me for? He didn't earn it. He expected the color of his skin to allow him a pass. And white liberal women said, well, right this way, sir. Call me any name you want. What does it matter? True is true. Fact is fact. Science is science. This guy has no degrees. This guy had no reason to teach kids, be around kids. And the Des Moines Public Schools did no background checks. No one did background checks because the background didn't matter. They wanted to show how good they were. Look how good we are. Look at who we hire. Oh, that he's not actually an educator and our kids are going to suffer? Screw them, kids. We're good. Aren't we good? My gosh, I hope no one calls me a racist today. I don't want to have to get on my knees one more time, but I will. I'll do it to beg for forgiveness for something I haven't done. Everybody knows that that's correct. Everybody knows that's certainly how white liberal women have acted, and white liberals have acted, and liberals have acted. And the rest of us have said, Does merit not matter at all? Don't you just hire the right person? And if you're not hiring the right person, you're hiring for a characteristic and you're avoiding hiring people who look like this, look like that, that's gross. That's a silly thing to do. That is obscene. But they went the other way. Hiring for this look is the only thing that matters. And they didn't care what happened to your kids. And I believe the state of Indiana should right now do a review of every superintendent in Indiana today and make sure that they are actually credentialed and qualified. White, black, Asian, Hispanic, man, woman, gay, straight, Christian, Jewish, Muslim, don't care. Full public reviews of every superintendent. That parents haven't already demanded it blows my mind. Matt Bear has got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matt?
Eastbound 70 stop and go traffic in Hancock County from County Road 200 west to Fortville Pike. And we have some construction out there, I am told. Also, southbound 6570 starting to slow before the south split. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off all products plus 2.99% financing and an additional $550 off your project. Trust local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Trust in media hits an all-time low.
So join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Who needs a Vegas trip to win big? McCordsville's got the jackpot right here. Financial Center, your newest credit union, is throwing a sidewalk series from September 30th through October 17th, every Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 2. Play games, win prizes, and enter a giveaway for $1,000 cash. So skip the long flight and just join Financial Center on the sidewalk. Find out more and explore exclusive offers at fcfcu.com/McCordsville. Federally insured by NCUA. Giveaway terms and conditions apply.
It's JMV. The fall season continues at Miss M's Home and Garden. Visit Johnson County's premier garden center for a large selection of locally grown mums, pumpkins, gourds, and fall decor. Now is a great time to shop and save. Happening now at Miss M's. Save 50% on pottery and herbaceous perennials, along with 40% savings on in-stock patio furniture. Don't forget, they also have a selection of trees and shrubs up to 50% off. Miss M's Home and Garden, located on State Road 135 south of Whiteland Road in Bargersville.
The deals and specials are sizzling hot. It's the Central Indiana Gun and Knife Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Stoutfield National Guard Armory on West Minnesota Street. The best dealers in the region, hundreds of tables, just $6 for adults, kids 12 and under free. Must be 18 or accompanied by an adult. Buy, sell, trade this Saturday 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Stoutfield National Guard Armory. For more info, visit CentralIndianaGunShows.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
America has a new favorite beer. It's Mick Ultra. If you remember, Modelo was the #1 beer in America.
They're blaming Trump.
The Trump administration's immigration policies have affected its sales.
Come on.
At least Cracker Barrel came out and said, hey, we screwed up. We're going to go back to the way things were. Bud Light never did.
Hammer and Nigel, weekdays 3 till 7 on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Up to 50% off and 2.99% financing, plus receive an additional $550 off your project.
Because at B Window,
We mean business.
We mean business.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Trust in media hits an all-time low.
So join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
At Price Point Comfort, we're proud to serve our local community. We're not just your service provider, but we're your neighbors.
For heating and cooling help, go to PricePointComfort.com. Price Point Comfort is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air dealer.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Trust in media hits an all-time low.
So join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It's the third day of a government shutdown. Clear radar, 62 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 88 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. The Senate will vote again today to try to end the government shutdown.
The president suggesting he'll use the shutdown as a roadmap to make big cuts. Republicans are blaming the potential consequence at the Democrats' feet, saying it would not happen if Dems just helped reopen the government. Senators want to fund the government, but Democrats also want to extend Obamacare subsidies. Democrats are denying GOP claims that they want to give free health care to migrants who are in the country illegally. While that is technically true, Democrats want to restore all health care provisions, including access to Medicaid, Medicare, and Obamacare subsidies for lawfully present non-citizens like refugees, asylees, and parolees.
That's Fox's Madeline Rivera in Washington, D.C. You may have heard that ICE agents are being tracked on cell phones. How is that possible? Well, Apple says they're pulling ICE trackers from their app store. The tech company said last night it was removing ICE Block and other apps that are used to report sightings of ICE agents. Sean Diddy Combs is hoping for leniency when he's sentenced in New York City this morning. In a letter addressed to the judge who oversaw the case, the music mogul says that he's a changed man. It's a celebration of all things German. Terry Stacy explains.
The 17th annual German Fest is Saturday at the Athenaeum in downtown Indy.
The celebration isn't like a normal Oktoberfest. It is more of a celebration of German American Day. Totally family friendly. This year, the Wienermobile is going to be joining us. The largest sausage that you can have. And then, obviously, everybody loves the wiener dog races.
Athenaeum Foundation President Craig Mintz says hours are noon to 6. Tickets at athenaeumindy.org. Terry Stacy, WIBC Mobile News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. In about a month, Purdue University and the Purdue Research Foundation will join an Archaeological Legacy Institute expedition to the South Pacific, attempting to solve the disappearance of Amelia Earhart during her mission to become the first woman to fly around the world at the equator. The expedition will include 3 weeks of travel. Purdue General Counsel Steve Schultz will be on the mission.
Communications that she had with President Roosevelt, communications that her husband had with Purdue President Elliott, indicated that they wanted to return the Electra after the historic flight to Purdue to make a permanent exhibit. We would want to do that, and then we would seek to support Kiribati as part of that effort. We would make an investment.
The River Ridge Development Authority has approved a resolution authorizing a 2025 city services agreement with the city of Jeffersonville. If approved by the Jeffersonville City Council, the agreement calls for River Ridge to pay the city $1.7 million in return for continued police and fire protection and wastewater treatment services at the River Ridge Commerce Center. After more than a year of construction, Huntington-based Bippa State Bank has cut the ribbon on its new regional operations center in the city's downtown. Bippa said the 2-story building brings its entire regional staff under one roof. You're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are men and women building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Our Innovate Indiana series is on the move in October. Join us for Innovate Southern Indiana in New Albany, October 1st. Innovate South Bend Elkhart in South Bend, October 14th. And Innovate South Central Indiana in Bloomington, October 24th. The Innovate series is presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. Each location will feature a powerful afternoon of ideas, innovation, and insight, and what's next for each region. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate. Indiana University Southeast is partnering with Spalding University in Louisville to create pathways for students to transition to graduate-level healthcare programs not currently available at IU Southeast. The university signed a memorandum of understanding with the private Catholic university this week to establish a preferred admissions pathway between the two schools. Heart to Heart Hospice has expanded into Southeast Indiana and now serves most of Indiana. The Plano, Texas-based hospice provider has opened a site in Corydon to serve people who live in Clark, Floyd, Harrison, Jefferson, Scott, and Washington counties. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
Okay, this is going to cause a problem. We're looking at a crash downtown. It's northbound 6570 at Fletcher. Crash blocking the left lane, and this has traffic jam through the south split right now. And eastbound 70 now slow from West Street into the south split for people exiting to northbound 6570, and that delays because of that crash. Northbound 65 also slow right now from Raymond Street up to the south split because of the crash and construction. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off all products, plus 2.99% financing and an additional $550 off your project. Trust local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
58 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:36. We check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's happening?
Tony, good morning. The Indianapolis Colts are getting ready for a problem. His name is Ashton Jeanty, and he's the Las Vegas Raiders' young running back coming off a big game last week. And tackle DeForest Buckner says he's really going to test the Colts D.
You know, the kid, he gets it. You know what I mean? He plays hard, plays through contact. He doesn't shy away from contact. It's definitely going to be a group effort, you know, getting him down. I mean, they got him going last week against Chicago, and I'm sure they're going to stick with the run game.
And former Colts linebacker Shaq Leonard will officially retire as a Colt during halftime coverage on 107.5 The Fan begins at 10 a.m. on Sunday. Some WNBA players are not happy with the league's leadership. Indiana's Sophie Cunningham is one of them.
I think that there are a lot of people in the position of powers in the WNBA who they might be really great business people, but they don't know shit about basketball.
And the season ended for the Fever Tuesday night. The Detroit Tigers, Chicago Cubs, and New York Yankees all advance out of the wild card round in Major League Baseball. And Thursday night football, the 49ers over the Rams 26-23 in overtime. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
Everyone understands this WNBA thing is bad. Like, really bad. Like, Sophie Cunningham, you should call in. I know you listen. Everybody listens. I'm Tony Katz. How are you? Pleasure. Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark. You guys, we know it. We know it that you listen. And certainly you should understand that everybody who works staff and support for the Indiana Fever, they all listen to the show too. It's okay. You are not alone. You have got a lot of friends who are a part of what we do here every day. I have to assume that the WNBA commissioner is not long for the job. I have to assume that the pressure on Kathy Engelbert is going to be insane from the players. And you say to me, why in the world would we think that the players have any sway over what happens with the actual league? Well, did the WNBA commissioner have any statement about Caitlin Clark, so the WNBA commissioner is Kathy Engelbert, where she said in any way, shape, or form that Caitlin Clark is just lucky to be here and she wouldn't be making all that money if it wasn't for us? Did this get said? Clark has said that the coach of the Lynx, the player Nafisa Collier, had valid points regarding their issues with the league, their issues with the officiating and everything else, everything that we've all talked about. Did Engelbert say that Clark is just lucky to be here or anything like it, and that without the WNBA, she wouldn't make any money? Because if that's the case, that's insane. And the pressure is going to be massive. Do I believe, and you'll forgive the utilization of the term, do I believe that the inmates should run the asylum? No. I do not believe such things. But is the league going to look at the commissioner and say, are you nuts? That's an insane thing to say. Because it is. It's insane. You're not in any place yet where you get to make that claim. And if the objective is to move Caitlin Clark to start playing in the Big Three, or at this stage, pulling together 5 or 6 investors and starting her own league, Live Golf, anybody? What, it can't be done? Of course it can be done. Well, the NBA is going to crush it. I don't know about that. It's not a direct competitor to the NBA. It's a direct competitor to an insane commissioner who has allowed terrible officiating to take place and decided to take pot shots at the only reason people are paying attention to this to begin with. And by the way, that reason can grow. These other players can become levels of household name. This is all possible. This is the moment. I want to know if it happened. And as for Sophie Cunningham's comments that you heard from Ryan Hedrick as he played that in the news, I want to hear from her. I want to hear from any member of the Fever. Where are you on all this? Is this correct? How bad is the officiating? What could you share with us? What would you like to see? Are you up for the conversation? 317-239-9393. Can we do this on video? You just tell me where to be and when. Happy to do it. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a very interesting finals and off season. Tony Katz, 93, WIBC. Good morning.
When you wake up.
You understand this is about money. 1,000%. They started this.
When you work.
As long as the category was all Bruce Springsteen all the time.
I told you I think I could win a game of Jeopardy. I could not go on a run.
When you drive home.
Is it time to try something new, you think? Because it hasn't worked, and maybe try something new.
Traffic when you need it.
Stopped on 465 again.
And updates all the time.
I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go.
Stay in the know wherever you go with 93 WIBC.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Race Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off or schedule a pickup, and you'll put cash in your pocket. Raise Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers. Come see the full line of breathtaking Lincoln vehicles at Indiana's premier Lincoln dealership. From the moment you arrive at Tom Roush Lincoln, you'll know you've arrived. Shop over 200 new Lincolns in our state-of-the-art family-owned and operated dealership with no pressure. Just the award-winning service and respect you deserve, plus complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eloquist.com or call 1-855-ELOQUIS.
Traffic and Matt Bear on the fives. He's in the WIBC Traffic Center. He's got a headset on, very serious, looking into the microphone, ready to share with you what's going on. He's been studying. What do you got, Matt?
All right, looking downtown, Tony's studying this crash on northbound 6570 at Fletcher, and yeah, the left lane is blocked. We have one car turned around facing the wrong direction in that left lane, and traffic is backed up into the south split through the south split back to Raymond Street on northbound 65. That's delayed 2 minutes now. And eastbound 70 having a delay because of that crash. We are slow before Weston to the south split and delayed 7 minutes. Eastbound 70 Hancock County stop and go traffic. County Road 200 West almost to Fortville Pike. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off all products, plus 2.99% financing and an additional $550 off your project. Trust local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
58 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
Head online to the contest page at WIBC.com and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra Thursday, December 4th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
So this is Virginia. As we have seen their school districts like Loudoun County allow for all levels of just horrifying action, where they have allowed, well, sure, this boy can claim that they're a girl and be in the girls' locker room. Oh my gosh, this boy claims to be a girl, attacked girls in the bathroom, and then we just moved this boy who claimed to be a girl to another school. That's Virginia. The progressivism allows for the most horrific acts, and then they cover it up. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. And again, there will be people who want to characterize my comments as, look at how he's attacking. Whoa, 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 whoa. These kids are being abused. I feel for these kids. I want to throw the adults in jail. And anybody who pushes the concepts of gender-affirming care, thinks children can make their own medical decisions, believes that a man can become a woman or a woman can become a man, they're all wrong. I'm not afraid to say that in the slightest. What's hateful is telling children that they can do this. What's hateful is filling them full of puberty blockers and then claiming, oh, it's reversible. That's hateful. I don't think you should have that option or opportunity. If anybody in Indianapolis has an issue with that, stop abusing children. What's wrong with you? It's gross. I'm on the side of kids. I'm on the side of rational thought. You don't abuse children. No society that abuses children can survive and thrive. We all understand this. But yet somehow there are people still, amazingly, afraid to say so for fear of what they're going to get called. If I'm protecting kids, does it matter what you call me? You know what they call people who don't protect kids? ISIS. So speak out. And note that school districts like those in Virginia are very, very wrong. You can't let these people run school boards. Run for your local school board. It's important stuff. This is another issue in the Virginia world of madness, where you had the governor, Glenn Youngkin, a Republican, sign an executive order to direct the Virginia Board of Health to draft regulations to prevent biological males from participating in female sports and changing in their locker rooms. That you need one is something else. But this follows something that took place in Loudoun County, where there's an elementary school reportedly encouraging students to observe National Coming Out Day. Now, There's also an LGBTQ plus history month in October. Sorry, no. No. I was told there was Pride Month, not Pride Day, a Pride Month in June. Now there's another month, and Veterans Day is only one day. I know I'm stealing that routine from I Don't Remember the Comic. Give them all the credit. The answer is no. Not celebrating it, not interested in it. Well, Tony, that's because you're a bigot. Screw that and screw off. It's enough. I'm not giving you 2 months. I'm upset enough that I have to give you a month. Well, like as if I'm paying attention in the month of June. But I'm not interested. Go live your life. Have a parade. Leave me alone. And could you have a parade without men clad in leather having sex with each other? That would be impressive. If you could just, not have that in the parade and just, oh, look, the rainbows. That would be fine. That would be terrific. But no, you can't just do that. It has to be the most exhibitionist thing you could possibly do, because you're going to shock the system and then you're going to demand people cheer you. I'm not cheering it. I mean, go live your life. You're adults. But I'm not cheering it on a parade float, not cheering it in front of kids. And no, I'm not interested in any school celebrating National Coming Out Day, because that's not what schools do. Now we're into the fundamentals. The purpose of the school is not to push your social agenda, leftists. That's not the purpose of the school. And if you think that's the purpose of the school, then the only answer is we have to end the schools, end the unions, fire the teachers, start fresh, because this isn't the place for schools. Also, we're having a real serious conversation about the fact that saying that you are gay is far different than saying you're a woman if you're a man. You're a girl if you're a boy. Those are very different things. Very different. And we clearly can understand this. They clearly want to confuse this as if somehow it's all connected. That's why I celebrate these groups that are now taking the L, the G, and the B and walking away from the T, because the T is toxic. And I want to be on record also. We've been saying that for a long time. The L, the G, and the B has to get rid of the T. The T is toxic. The T has made it a political movement, and most people just want to live their lives. That's why you don't allow rainbow flags in the classroom, because it's a political movement, and that's not the place for the flag to be in the schools. That's not what the school is there for. And if you think that's what the school is there for, allow me to repeat myself, do away with the school. Do away with the teachers' union. These people aren't good, kind, decent people. They shouldn't be around children. So this executive order, what they call an executive directive, keeping boys out of girls' locker rooms is 100% accurate, and the people who disagree with that believe in abusing children. They out themselves. You should note it. It should be like Screamers, where you're Donald Sutherland. Oh, yeah, boys can be in girls' locker rooms. It's just fine. And then you do the point, you do the screaming, you have to get yourself the hat. You guys, the whole thing. We're past the point where people think they can push us around on these subjects. And good. Excellent. Rightfully so. Thankful for that. Forget these people. They're unserious. They abuse children and then tell you if you don't let them abuse children, the children are going to abuse themselves. So basically, if we say no to you, you're upset that we're taking away your fun. Oh, yeah, it is that creepy. But no National Coming Out Days. No. Not going to celebrate that in the schools. Not going to have that. Not going to have taxpayer money supporting that. No. Not going to allow this madness in the schools at all. Adults are different than children. But this idea that every boy thinks they're a girl, it's not every boy. This is social contagion. This isn't actually an issue that exists. This is social contagion, where people do this because they want attention and other things. Oh, we're not going to address that now? Okay. Yes, we will. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's going on, Matt?
Northbound 6570 downtown. Crash at Fletcher Avenue, blocking the left lane. Traffic is stop and go into the south split, and this has jammed eastbound 70 big time. Belmont into the south split, completely stopped for a 16-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off all products, plus 2.99% financing and an additional $550 off your project. Trust local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Tee up for a great cause at the annual MASH Golf Outing. Practice your swing for the event October 7th at Woodwind Golf Club in Westfield, and you'll not only have a great time, you'll be helping first responders and veterans overcome PTS. With a silent auction, swag bags for everyone who participates, fun on the links, and more. Arrive by 9:30 for registration. Play begins at 10:30 and awards at 4:30. That's October 7th at Woodwind Golf Club in Westfield. Go to mashministries.org for more details.
What if you had the smartest Wi-Fi? If you did, it'd be Xfinity, of course, and it'd come with their best state-of-the-art equipment. It would boost speeds to the devices that needed them most, prioritizing your most important connections, whether you were streaming, gaming, or gaming while pretending to work. And it would let you stream 4. That's right, 4 games on one screen. It would even power your mobile connection so you could bring faster, secure Wi-Fi speeds with you where you use it most. It would be proactive and fix problems before you knew you had them. Impressive, right? And it would have security features that protect you from threats at home and online. Kinda like a force field for your life. If you had the smartest Wi-Fi, well, everything would work together seamlessly to keep you connected, no matter what. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply.
So fired up for a Hammer and Nigel road show. Coach's Tavern downtown Friday, October 3rd. It's brought to you by the Finnish Long Drink.
The Finnish Long Drink is financially backed by golfer Ricky Fowler and actor Miles Teller. You guys are going to love this, and we're going to sample some of these at Coach's Tavern downtown Friday, October 3rd. It's kind of my birthday party with the Finnish Long Drink. We hope to see you there.
Fall is here, and if that means it's time for new flooring in your home, then Brothers Floor Covering is ready to help. Brand new carpet, hardwoods, laminates, and luxury vinyl plank in stock now. Plus, Brothers Floor Covering can get your new flooring installed in as little as a few weeks. Visit Brothers Floor Covering today at their new location, 8550 Michigan Road. Discover why buying local means receiving more, not paying more. Get the flooring of your dreams installed now. Stop in today or visit brothers-floorcovering.com.
We are broadcasting the Hammer and Nigel Show live from Coach's Tavern, downtown, just diagonal from the Field House, presented by the Finnish Long Drink. We want to see all of you there.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
Through their service, veterans have our backs. Now we should have theirs. Learn more at gotyoursix.org.
Kendall and Casey.
So the American dream costs how much?
$5 million.
Well, I'm out.
Not currently, but over your lifetime, average lifetime earnings is 2.8. So the cost of the American dream is out of reach.
Okay, so here's the news, and then the bad news is you're not going to get it.
Right,
oh,
exactly.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Casey.
Kendall and Casey, weekdays 9 till noon on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, what kept Wayne Township first responders busy this morning, why Indianapolis police say several officers are on administrative leave, what a forensic state audit showed, and what Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark is saying about the league after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis at 7 o'clock.
Much of the government is closed a third straight day. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
People pay taxes. They expect services. It's that simple.
And Republican Congressman Mike Hardopoulos tells Fox the Senate's minority leaders to blame.
Unfortunately, Chuck Schumer has forgotten his entire career at this point, where he said that literally shutdowns are idiocy.
Schumer says Republicans refuse to negotiate with them, and the Senate plans another vote today on funding.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune indicated he does not plan to keep the Senate over the weekend if they can't advance the bill today. The chances of it passing are slim. Still, Republicans are hoping some Democrats will fold. But Democrats also want to extend Obamacare subsidies. On top of that, Axios reports some progressive groups are flooding congressional Democrats' phones, encouraging them to, quote, hold the line. The pressure campaign making it harder for Democrats to reach a deal with Republicans to end the shutdown. That's despite the president suggesting he'll use the shutdown as a roadmap to make big cuts.
Fox's Madeline Rivera, the day after an attack on a synagogue during the Jewish holy day Yom Kippur. Police say one of the two people killed appears to have been shot by police, responding to what they call terrorism. 3 others were injured.
A man rammed a car into worshipers outside, then got out and stabbed more with a knife. He tried to get inside the synagogue, but the door was barricaded.
Fox's Greg Palcott, that attacker was shot dead by police. They've pulled more bodies from the rubble of a school that collapsed Monday in Indonesia, so it's 10 students confirmed dead, dozens more still unaccounted for. The Trump administration's asking some universities to sign off on its policies if they want federal funding.
The document includes requesting colleges accept the Trump administration's definition of gender, applying this to all campus bathrooms, locker rooms, and women's sports teams. It also asks schools to stop considering race and gender during the admissions process.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin. California's Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom is telling schools if they sign that, they could lose state funding. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Thick black smoke and panic. Clear radar, 62 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 88. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 7:02.
The fire was very involved. We arrived with approximately 4 people. We believe 2 at least jumped from the second floor. We're not 100% sure why. We assume their means of egress was cut off.
That's Wayne Township Fire Captain Eric Bannister talking about a fire at an apartment building early this morning, not far from Rockville Road and Lyndhurst Drive. He says a few people jumped from the building to safety.
2 children and 1 adult sustained injuries. 2 were transported. 1 adult and 1 child were transported for observation.
And he says investigators are still working to determine how the fire began. IMPD officers say a wanted man was shot Thursday night on Indy's east side.
Police say the suspect was wanted for unlawful possession of a firearm by a violent felon and robbery. Officers surrounded the garage of a home in a residential area at around 6 p.m. They gave verbal commands for the man to surrender, which he initially was doing, before police say he reached to his waistband and then tried to run. That's when one officer used their taser and another fired their gun, hitting the suspect.
Our officers were out here doing exactly what we asked them to do. They were out here looking to apprehend people who are perpetrating violence within our community.
IMPD Assistant Chief Michael Wally says the suspect was taken to the hospital in serious condition and no officers were hurt. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A recent audit found that during Eric Holcomb's time as governor, the Indiana Economic Development Corporation blurred the line between public service and private interests. Auditors flagged dozens of cases where officials had financial ties to outside groups receiving state money, but only 1 was reported to ethics officials. Unseasonably warm weather continues across the Hoosier State.
It looks like the warmth is going to stick around through at least early next week. We'll continue to have temperatures or highs in the 80s.
That's forecaster Greg Mello at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis. He says rain could fall as early as Monday of next week. Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark spoke about the state of the WNBA Thursday. John Herrick has the details.
During her exit interview, Clark said with WNBA players wanting a new collective bargaining agreement at the end of this year from the league, this is the most important moment in the history of the WNBA.
You know, I think what people need to understand
we need great leadership in this time across all levels.
Vice President on the WNBA Players Association Executive Committee, Nafisa Collier, said earlier this week the WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert is failing her players, and Clark called Collier's comments valid. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Former Indianapolis Colts linebacker Shaq Leonard will officially retire as a Colt during halftime of the Colts game with the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday. Coverage on 107.5 The Fan starts at 10 a.m. with the Colts pregame huddle and kickoff from Lucas Oil Stadium, 1 o'clock. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:05, traffic on the fives. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at northbound 6570 downtown. Crash at Fletcher Avenue. It has the left lane, and traffic is jammed into the south split. And this is stopped eastbound 70 big time. We have a delay from Belmont into the south split of 11 minutes. And then northbound 65 also drags because of this crash and construction. It's Raymond up to the south split. Hancock County eastbound 70 stop-and-go traffic from County Road 200 west to Fortville Pike. That's because of construction. West side northbound 465 slow from 46 up to the 65 ramp. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code radio for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What are we feeling?
Hey, good morning. It is going to be a mild start to the day and a really warm afternoon. We're going to look for mainly sunny skies, a few clouds later this afternoon with high temperatures near 87 degrees. The record high today is 90. Look for mostly clear skies this evening. No problems at all. We'll look for temps to fall to about 62. On Saturday, warm conditions, and that's going to be the trend all weekend long. We'll look for mainly sunny skies. We'll get up to about 87 on Saturday, 86 on Sunday. Dry conditions expected. That pattern change begins early next week. We could see some scattered showers possible as early as Monday evening and also into Tuesday.
That is Tara Hastings of Wish TV. Thank you, Tara. 59 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:07.
This hour powered by Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling, your independent American Standard air dealer.
So the IEDC puts out, well, I should say the audit of the IEDC comes out. How things worked for the Indiana Economic Development Corporation, who is getting paid what, although I think in a lot of the reporting, they don't make the mention of the fact that people weren't actually paid, but organizations did get money. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. The Indiana Economic Development Corporation, ostensibly created to try and bring business to the state of Indiana, an idea I like, I want, and I think we should be more aggressive at. And in the backdrop of all of this, the board was changed of the IEDC by Governor Braun, and I have no idea what vision this board has, but they haven't shown it yet. Governor Braun needs to know that. If he wants to argue that there is a vision, he can, but let's see it. People who know AI, no. People who know biomed, no. People who know serious levels of growth, no. Smart people, sure. I don't question their successes. I question whether or not we have the people in place who know how to be able to ask the right questions of the right businesses to get them to want to come here, because you do have to fight for them to come here. You have to create a hospitable place to be, whether that be taxes, regulatory, etc. Does that mean you have to bribe them? Right? Because that's how people see this now. The answer is no. But you do actually have to go out and say, hey, have you looked at Indiana? You got to sell your story. Tennessee's selling their story. Georgia's selling their story. Kentucky is selling their story. You will lose out if you do not sell the story. That we have to even address this as a, well, of course. All right? The first step of sales is you got to introduce yourself, right? You've got a pain point. I have a way of alleviating the pain point. Indiana solves the pain of businesses trying to grow. We make it easy. There. Why am I not on the IEDC? But the story is money that was moved around. Places that got dollars. The audit shows issues with how there was travel and a whole host of things, and more needs to be gone through it. The story about LEAP and the LEAP district, and how things were done without disclosures. Things were done with levels of no-bid contracts. LEAP should not be seen as the legacy of Eric Holcomb in a positive. Concepts like LEAP, this district in Lebanon where we're going to see this growth from Eli Lilly and a host of others, concepts like this, I think, do matter. To say that they don't is to not believe in any growth at all. That is so small-minded. I don't know if you'd call that an uppercase Republican or a lowercase r Republican, but it's unserious. I don't know when there became Republicans who were totally opposed to growth. It's very weird. It's very awkward. It's not realistic. It's not valuable. But projects that are crammed down, not openly discussed, and then we're told it's better for you and a pat on the head, Eric Holcomb deserves no credit for this. He deserves to be excoriated for what he allowed to happen. And I make the assumption after listening to a bunch of these conversations that he wasn't even aware of it happening. He just said, oh, okay, I still get to be governor, right? That's no part of this rings of Eric Holcomb as some level of puppet master. It rings of, now stay in the closet with your ice cream and we'll tell you when you need to come out and make a speech. LEAP was poorly executed, and those people deserve all the derision they get. The concept of the IEDC still has value. But these other organizations and how money flowed to those organizations, people are right to say, what is this? And they're certainly right to say, this smacks and smells of fraud. This smells of duplicitousness. You can make the statement that, I never got paid from these moves. One of those people is Dave Roberts. I like Dave. Dave's a good guy. I have spoken to him. I have had a cigar with the man before. I would never share what we discussed, but I like the guy. But no one can be surprised if someone says you were at IEDC and now you're at this group. Did you financially benefit from it? Conversations about, well, this disclosure wasn't given and how was this person hired? Those things drive people crazy. Well, we followed the rules. Okay, good. But the problem in themselves are the rules. The whole concept is what drives people more nuts. By the way, no one is arguing that Dave Roberts got checks. I haven't seen that argued anywhere. The other guys, I don't know if they got checks or not. Actual money. What I know is two things. First, I have not heard from any of these people. And I want you to know I've reached out to Dave Roberts, and I won't share what I wrote, but allow me to say to you what I would say out loud. Statements are nice. Either shut your mouth, don't say anything, let it blow over and go live your life, or speak. I say this to everybody involved. Statements are ridiculous. I have a statement here from Christopher Day, the CEO of Elevate Ventures. So Elevate Ventures is the system, the investing system that IEDC put together, and they put money into projects. And instead of giving the money back to the state, right, they're picking winners and losers. That's what Elevate Ventures is doing. And instead of giving it back to the state, now they want to take that money, they want to reach out and grab private dollars from Wall Street, and they want to do more investments. It's run by a guy named Christopher Day. And for the record, sir, and I think you could do anything you want. I have never met you. I'm happy to do the interview. I have seen you referenced in places as TOPH. T-O-P-H. I think if you want to be taken seriously, you cannot refer to yourself as TOPH, sir. Christopher is your name. Just saying, that's a doozy. But there's a statement out that independent audit clears Elevate Ventures. And it has this quote from Christopher Day saying, "We appreciate the thoroughness of this review and welcome its conclusions. Our team has remained focused on building Indiana's innovation economy, and we're proud of the impact we've made. We look forward to continuing our work with entrepreneurs and communities across the state." I'm not so sure that this is the business you should be in. And I'm not so sure that's what we take from the audit. If you want to argue that things like Rally, the tech conference that we hold in Indiana, is smart, I will agree. Oh my gosh, there are cost overruns. Well, welcome to America. There are sometimes cost overruns. As a concept for creating something that puts Indiana on the map as a tech hub, this is a good idea. It's not a good idea for Indiana to be picking winners and losers through an organization that profits from it personally. And I would do away with Elevate Ventures on that investment side. This IEDC subject is not one that should go away. There's something real here. And it's all in the gobbledygook. I get it. But we have to be asking ourselves, what is it that Hoosiers want to do to grow? And we have to be looking at the Hoosiers who don't want to grow and say, what the bloody heck is wrong with you? How else do you think this happens? How else do you think you survive? We'll get more into it in the days ahead. Matt Baer has traffic.
Northbound 6570 crash at Fletcher Avenue, blocking the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic into the south split. This is stopped eastbound 70 into the south split from Belmont because of that crash, and that is a 23-minute delay right now, just to warn you. Southside northbound 65, 2-minute delay, Raymond Street into the south split because of construction and the crash at Fletcher. Inbound 69 is slowed down, 106th Street, 282nd, west side northbound 465 slow from 46th Street up to 56th. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
59 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:17.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $400 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln & Fishers. Come see the full line of breathtaking Lincoln vehicles at Indiana's premier Lincoln dealership. From the moment you arrive at Tom Roush Lincoln, you'll know you've arrived. Shop over 200 new Lincolns in our state-of-the-art family-owned and operated dealership with no pressure. Just the award-winning service and respect you deserve, plus complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln & Fishers.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe Nasal Spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Gearing up for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher, Booher, BooherRemodeling.com. Your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement, it doesn't matter. If it's inside the four walls, Booher is the call. These are the pros, the best materials, the finest craftsmen. They're people who have been with them for years. They're people who get in there and do the work and make it look easy, make it look amazing, and they do it on time. You know exactly what's happening every step of the way. Every day you're going to be like, okay, this person's coming and they're doing this work. And then they show up and they do that work. You're like, this is clockwork. This is precision. That's what Booher does. And everything comes with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. So you have a peace of mind. You know that that new kitchen with the countertops and the backsplashes and the new floors and the cabinetry, you know that it's going to last. And if anything goes wrong, Booher will be right there to take care of it. They put their name on it. They've done work for me in my bathroom. They're going to do work in my kitchen. Let Booher Remodeling help you as well. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling, 852-5546, or online at Booher, Booher, BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe. Then grab your popcorn, because there is more. Before we get into it, allow me something from yesterday. I was off yesterday, Jewish holiday yesterday. And as I showed up to my synagogue, as you would show up to your church for Easter or Christmas or any other time, the news had reported that there was an attack at a synagogue in London, and 2 people were killed and 2 people were injured because a guy walked in and started stabbing people. That's when we arrived at the synagogue and noticed there was no police officer in the parking lot. As you guys would note from your places of worship, there's often you're hiring an off-duty officer, you're hiring somebody. Now, as to the reasons this didn't happen to whoever was hired, well, I'll let others deal with that. That's not I didn't do the hiring, so that's fine. As a matter of course, from the city of Carmel, I don't think you have to be patrolling synagogues 24/7, 365. I don't think you have to be patrolling churches 24/7, 365. You've got a job to do. When you know there's going to be a large concentration of people there, and there's going to be a large amount of attention for people who want to kill those people who show up, to not, as a matter of course, put someone there is, and I want to be clear, a decision so absolutely stupid it makes one wonder how any of you ever got elected. And if you have a problem with it, you can call me. I know some of you have my number. You have no idea what I plan to say to you if I see you in person. Now, you say to me, Tony, this is just because of you. No. This is because it's a ridiculous thing to have happened. That you wouldn't think, hey, you know what's a good idea? Engaging in prevention. Like any large-scale event. Christmas, Easter, the local football game. It's like you don't have an editorial calendar telling you what's coming up. Very weird. But it goes along to the larger conversation, which is to say, if you do not show up armed to your place of worship, you are insane. If your pastor, your faith leader, your rabbi, your whatever says you can't have a gun here, fire them. Fire them. They aren't worthy of your time or attention. You have to make these hard decisions. And you have to say, we're going to protect myself. Going to protect those around me. But all of this to bring us to Theo Von, the comic. I think this is clean, producer Carl, but finger on the dump button. Who decided to make this joke right here.
I would never take my own life. I would never take my own life. Okay? You hear that, Israel? I would never take my own life. I'm grateful to God for his grace in my life. I love my siblings. I have so many friends and people that love me and people that I want to see their children grow up. I'm hopeful that I get to have a wife and meet my own children one day. Like, there's a ton of things in my life that keep me alive and hopeful, right?
Good for you, Theo. But what the hell? What? Israel's after you? What is... I swear to you, I get a lot of crap sent my way. You do too. I don't know what this is. What dig is that? I would never take my own life. The joke would be, you hear me, Hillary Clinton? How did Israel get in this? What is this? I swear to you, there are some things in the arguments that make perfect sense and some things that are just absolutely Candace Owens hateful. And then there's I don't know what. And that's this. If someone can explain to me what he's referring to here, I would never take my own life. You hear that, Israel? Mossad is after you? Is this now the talking point? Huh. You think Israel's the problem, not the Islamists who walk into synagogues in the UK and start stabbing Jews, not the people who kill Jews in front of museums, not... Oh, Lord, is it going to be a dark winter? Matt Bear has got traffic.
All right, we're on the southwest side and hearing about this crash. It's Kentucky Avenue at Hannah, so you might want to stay clear here for the moment. It's a two-car crash in the intersection with a car and a pickup truck, and somebody is trapped inside of a vehicle right now. So working entrapment, again, it's Kentucky at Hannah Avenue. Please stay clear if you can. Northbound 65 south side, that is slow from Keystone Avenue onto the south split because of construction and an earlier crash. That crash is northbound 6570 Fletcher. It has cleared. It is gone. Traffic is fleshed out on northbound 6570 and eastbound 70 on the move. Again, still some stop and go from Belmont to Harding Street, but again, it's mostly cleared out for the moment. Also, northbound 65 slow out of the north split to west, and inbound 69 slow. 4-minute delay, 106 to 465. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off all products plus 2.99% financing and an additional $550 off your project. Trust a local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
We are broadcasting the Hammer and Nigel Show live from Coach's Tavern, downtown, just diagonal from the Field House, presented by the Finnish Long Drink. We want to see all of you there.
20 ribeyes for $35. That's 20 ribeyes for $35 at 2 locations in Indianapolis going on now. 20 ribeyes for only $35 in the Hardee's parking lot near Walmart at West 86th Street and Michigan Road. Just look for the big truck. Also in the Hardee's lot at the corner of Franklin Road and Pendleton Pike. Also on the big truck is cases of T-bones, fillets, New York strips, burgers, and a whole lot more. Big truck sale. Marinated chicken breasts too. Don't wait. Big steak sale at 2 different locations. In the Hardee's parking lot near Walmart at West 86th Street and Michigan Road. Also in the Hardee's lot at the corner of Franklin Road and Pendleton Pike. 20 ribeyes for just $35. Don't wait. Everything must go. Big truck sale. That's 20 ribeyes for $35. West 86th Street and Michigan Road. And the second location in the Hardee's parking lot at the corner of Franklin Road and Pendleton Pike. Get there before the truck is gone.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
From the moment our eyes met, I knew it was love at first sight. She had such a playful sense of humor. And when I look in that sparkle in her eyes, I just melt. My folks always said to find the girl I can't live without. And my heart says she's the one. So I'm going to Pierce Jewelers in Carmel for that perfect diamond engagement ring. Nothing says I love you more than an engagement ring from Pierce Jewelers. She pierced my heart. Now I'm going to pierce hers. Shop local. Shop smart. Shop Pierce Jewelers.
Up to 50% off and 2.99% financing, plus receive an additional $550 off your project.
Because at B-Window,
we mean business. We mean business.
Scrolling all day. Clickbait everywhere. But the facts, they're harder to find.
WIBC didn't just report the story. They explained why it matters.
I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the go.
I check the WIBC website every morning before I even open social media.
Online, on social, on air. Stay in the know while you're on the go.
You've got to stay in the know.
Stay informed.
Now more than ever, we have information.
93 WIBC and WIBC.com. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Both sides are digging into their talking points. Clear radar, 62 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 88. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 7:31. The government shut down this week after Congress hit a deadlock over funding. Democrats pushing for a major health care boost. Republicans demanding a no-strings budget deal. Now tensions are rising, and both sides are digging in.
They would rather deny health care to our veterans than deny health care to illegals. They want to give money to illegals so bad, they will shut down the entire government to do it.
That's Republican Senator Josh Hawley from Missouri speaking with Fox News last night. President Trump says the U.S. is now in an armed conflict with drug cartels after recent strikes in the Caribbean targeting groups labeled as terrorists.
The memo says this, quote, "The United States has now reached a critical point where we must use force in self-defense and defense of others against the ongoing attacks by these designated terrorist organizations." But some lawmakers think the president is stretching the limits of his power, saying Congress holds the constitutional power to declare war. And many Republican lawmakers think President Trump is doing his duty to defend Americans. Pentagon officials reportedly briefed senators behind closed doors on Wednesday, providing their legal justification for the strikes.
Fox's Chanley Painter reporting. In a couple of hours here, a New York courtroom will open to discuss the fate of Sean Diddy Combs, the producer and rapper facing 11 years in prison for promoting prostitution. Indianapolis police are looking into an officer-involved shooting from Thursday night.
Officers responding to a home on the city's east side during an active investigation into a wanted man. IMPD Assistant Chief Michael Wally said no officers were hurt after they shot and injured the suspect while trying to take him into custody.
And I'm thankful our officers are okay. And I'm thankful that they show up every day and return to work despite the circumstances that they face. And they will continue to do the best job that they can.
Police say the suspect was initially cooperating with police, but at one point they say he reached for his waistband and tried to run. The man was wanted for unlawful possession of a firearm by a violent felon and robbery. Chair Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Resisting law enforcement and reckless driving are the charges against a man from New York who was in Indiana Thursday.
His name is Daniel Zaidi, and investigators say he was in a Kia passenger car when a trooper tried to pull him over, but he refused. Officers put down stop sticks, and he kept avoiding them until he eventually ran over some stop sticks while going 120 miles an hour on the Indiana toll road. Zaidi was put in handcuffs and taken to the Elkhart County Jail. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
We haven't seen rain in a while here in Indianapolis.
So our rain chances start to increase Monday night and really persist through Wednesday.
Greg Mello, forecaster at the National Weather Service, he says some places could see about an inch come Monday. And sports on WIBC, former Indianapolis Colts linebacker Shaq Leonard will officially retire as a Colt during halftime of Sunday's game against the Las Vegas Raiders.
That's one of the best players that I've ever played with.
from a leadership standpoint.
That's Colts running back Jonathan Taylor.
From an actual on-field play standpoint, that's someone, like, when I came in, I'm like, okay, this is someone who puts it on tape every single week.
Indy looks to rebound after last week's loss to the LA Rams. Tune in to 107.5 The Fan at 10 a.m. for Colts pregame huddle. Kickoff at 1 o'clock at Lucas Oil Stadium. Thursday night football, the aforementioned Rams losing in overtime to the San Francisco 49ers, 26-23. Baseball, the Tigers, Cubs, and Yankees are all advancing out of the wild card round after wins yesterday in a win-or-go-home situation. And during her exit interview Thursday, Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark said players are pushing for a new collective bargaining agreement and stepping into what she calls a critical period for the league.
You know, I think what people need to understand, you know, we need great leadership in this time across all levels.
No WNBA business can exist without a new collective bargaining agreement. I'm talking about drafts, free agency, and even the season. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the fives. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's up, Ryan? Looking at the southwest side, crash, serious crash here. Kentucky Avenue and Hannah Avenue, 2 cars involved in the middle of the intersection, and somebody is trapped inside of a vehicle, so if you can stay clear, that would be great. Also looking at northbound 65 on the south side, stop and go traffic before Raymond into the south split, a 3-minute delay. The crash did clear. Northbound 65, 70 at Fletcher Avenue, and I-70 has resumed the normalcy. Still a little bit slow from Meridian into the south split. On the northwest side, northbound 465, stop and go traffic from West 38th Street up to West 56th. Inbound 69, 7-minute delay, 106th Street to 465. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B-Window means business. Receive up to 50% off all products plus 2.99% financing and an additional $550 off your project. Trust local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
59 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
At Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling, our mission is to provide honest assessments and recommendations. We promise you'll never be sold something you don't need.
PricePointComfort.com. They are your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air dealer.
Whenever I'm out a-wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, I couldn't have said it better myself.
This is beautiful. What is that, velvet?
Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. During downtime, I'm clearing my head. I'm getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. They've got the cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff, stuff I bought, stuff I have sold. It's all there on the marketplace segment, brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. Go get it, IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's money that's waiting for you, that final paycheck, that dividend, that refund you didn't even know you were going to get. Yeah, the Attorney General doesn't know where to send it, so they've got it. Go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text my name, Tony. Text Tony to 46220 and get started. Fast, easy, free to do. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. That, of course, is coming to America.
This is beautiful. What is that, velvet?
A line that has been used in my family for generations now. Matt Bear, he's on the live stream.
Tony.
So is producer Carl, as I have the audio repeating there. Matt, do you like velvet?
Well, yes, I love velvet red cake, in fact. Yeah.
Oh, you like the red velvet cakes. You like it as a food kind of thing.
Oh, do you mean actually on my skin? I like that even more, yeah.
Right. You like would you wear velour?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about in your furniture?
Oh, absolutely. It feels good, you know.
Matt Bear, I have for you now a 1970s orange velvet couch.
Where's this at Tony?
This is yeah. Twitter X,
baby.
Tony Katz.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you were somebody who ever wanted to sit like royalty or wanted to create an adult film, this is a 1970s orange velvet couch.
Dispatch just sent me the size of your cable.
Orange Crush Velvet Vintage. I'm not even paying attention to that. Orange Crush Velvet Vintage 1970s couch. It's a little worn in the seat, But then again, who isn't?
Shazam! No stains.
Matt, you look at this couch and you're like, you know what? I don't care if it's worn. It's got the regal look. It's got the whole Chesterfield kind of tufted back. This is a couch that you see this, you're like, I want somebody to draw me on this couch.
Oh.
I can Costanza myself and do boudoir shots on this couch. This couch is everything.
That's the best idea I've ever heard. Yeah, I would love to be drawn. This couch looks uncomfortable as hell. I
Really?
have to have it. Okay, I don't care about the comfort of this couch. It looks super cool. It says I'm Renaissance, yes, contemporary. I want the couch in my place. Absolutely.
Right. It's not as much mid-century modern as it is, Matt's right, Renaissance kind of throwback.
Yeah.
Is, I think, the way I would describe this right here. That's what we see. The question, Matt, is are you in for $250?
Ooh, yeah. Yes, I am. $250, I'd steal that in a heartbeat for this couch.
Really?
This is beautiful, yeah. It's one of those things that, you know, if you have another couch that's comfortable, the people you like can go sit on that, and everybody you kind of don't like can sit on this couch. But, you know, make sure they're pretty because you want to take the picture or draw the picture and put it on your wall. So, yeah, there are lots of things you can do with this couch. It's multifunctional, you know.
So you're in.
I'm very in. I love this couch. Yeah.
And you have a place for this in the apartment?
Oh, hell no. I don't even know where I put this. Maybe on the balcony. I could find they have a balcony couch. You know, it'd be lovely.
This is your balcony couch.
Yeah, this is outdoor balcony couch is what I would make it. And
are you going to go full Italian Jewish grandmother from Brooklyn and cover it in plastic?
I could. I mean, I don't want to cover it in plastic, but maybe it would be necessary if I'm going to have the drawings and things that you were talking about. If somebody's going to draw me in the nude, I want to make sure that, you know, I have plastic on the couch. You know, that kind of thing. I've always wanted to get my Instagram going anyways, and this couch would be...
If anybody would like to draw Matt Bear in the nude...
Ooh, that's a good idea, too.
Just let us know. Hold on. Casey Daniels is texting.
Okay.
Did she draw? I can't say that on air.
I didn't know she was multi-talented. That's great.
My gosh, Casey, I, for one, am shocked. It is there on the marketplace. All marketplace segments at WIBC.com, presented by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. You should check it out for yourself. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Casey didn't actually text. Good morning, everybody. Zillow ranks Indianapolis number 2 among 2025's hottest real estate markets. The home values have risen. They're holding strong. It's a great time to sell. You want to hire the team with proven systems to maximize your equity. That's the cash going in your pocket. Sell your home with Mark Dietel. Maybe what you're looking for is a fast, guaranteed, no-hassle home sale, but you don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. Mark Dietel, the only real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. You just pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel anytime you want. Dan and Casey in Indianapolis said it was time to downsize, and we needed to sell our old house quickly at full value. Mark Dietel made it happen. We got our asking price in a few weeks without any repairs or an appraisal. Talk to the real estate expert, trust and recommended. The real estate expert who guarantees your home sold or he will buy it. That is Mark Dietel. Call Mark today. 317-755-4232. Go ahead. Do that. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. Or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel. Dietel. markdietel.com.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Tune in to the Absolute Retirement Planning Show.
When retirement comes about, we're now relying on what we have saved to meet those needs.
Sundays at 9 a.m. right here on 93 WIBC.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay, Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
Join us every Friday right around 5:50 for Beer Sample Friday.
Brought to you by Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus, home of free delivery within 75 miles of their store.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional 5% off.
Want in on special WIBC contests?
That is correct.
Join the text club. Text WIBC to 317-239-9393. Exclusive giveaways are just a text away.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what's happening?
Serious crash on the southwest side in the intersection, Kentucky Avenue at Hannah. Somebody was trapped inside of a vehicle. Also injury reported. If you could stay clear, that would be excellent. West side northbound at 465 stop-and-go traffic, 21st to Crawfordsville Road. South side northbound 65 grinding after Keystone Avenue into the south split at 8-minute delay. Inbound 69 delayed 8 minutes, 106th Street to 465 and northbound 65 out of the north split dragging to Meridian. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off all products plus 2.99% financing and an additional $550 off your project. Trust local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
59 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46. Being out yesterday, a story made it to the airwaves of Indianapolis and made it to airwaves across the country. This is the story of our unwillingness in Indianapolis to have nice things. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. A man arrested 99 times, now arrested for an attempted murder and a stabbing. That happened right here in Indianapolis. Arrested 99 times as reported. It's now national news. Arrested for attempted murder. He's a 41-year-old. The question is, what kind of system do we think we have where this can take place? What kind of system do we think we have that's working? By the way, the national media is quoting WIBC in the story. That's what's happening at Town Hall and a host of others. Quotes from Rick Snyder, him appearing on the Hammer and Nigel show, all of it. Does Ryan Mears think he's doing a good job? You want to defend this? Or do you just want to resign already? Does Joe Hogsett think he's doing a good job? Does Dan Parker, the deputy thug of Indianapolis, you think you're doing a good job? What is this? Thank goodness you're here to fight data centers, City County Council. Because Lord forbid we address this issue. This violent story. Oh, we can't talk about violence. That's bigoted. Allie Brown, Vop Ostley, tired of children running our city. Oh, yeah, Tony, you don't live in Indianapolis. It's not your city. I disagree. I'm tired of children running any city. What is this? What exactly are you trying to accomplish here? What exactly is the story here? Don't you know that this is wrong? Don't you know that this is beneath us? No, you don't. Vop Ostley, Allie Brown, any defund the policers out there? This is what you're going to get. How bad does it have to get? Exactly how Charlotte do we have to go? Did we have to wait for this guy to kill Irina Zarutska, the Irina Zarutska of Indianapolis, in order for anybody to say, hey, maybe we've got a problem here? 99 times. What are we doing? And why do we keep doing it? And why do you vote for it? Indianapolis, you voted for Joe Hogsett for a third term because he was going to protect your abortion rights. What the hell is wrong with you? Joe Hogsett has done nothing except embarrass himself in public and let the violence continue. But that's why you voted for him? You bought into that from the Democratic Party? Do any IMPD officers still want to tell us how safe we are and how crime is going down? Because it seems to me, IMPD, somebody arrested 99 times and still out on the streets should have you pretty frustrated, pretty disgusted. I only hope that's the case. I only hope that you are disgusted by what it is that you're seeing here. And to Rick Snyder, the FOP, I can appreciate the statements. I'm glad you came on with Hammer and Nigel, and people should listen to it, right? As you said, we're really confronted by our after-the-fact Billy Badass prosecutor in our woke broke criminal justice system. Mr. Snyder, we don't know each other. You've been on the show before, and I appreciate it. I'm not interested in another statement, sir. I'm interested in you bringing 10,000 people to Ryan Mears' office to demand his resignation. Now, if you consider that rude or harsh, you're going to text me. I can appreciate that. But I want you to understand the frustration. All we have are statements. We have no action. None. You want to make a difference. You want to get things changed. You want to get things done. With all due respect, the statement isn't going to do it. 10,000 people to say, if we aren't willing to throw a guy who's been arrested 99 times in jail, he wasn't guilty at least 10% of those times, the IMPD is that bad at their job? I don't believe that for a second. If you're going to get changes, it's not going to come from a statement from the FOP. Do you hear me, sir? It doesn't come from statements. It comes from action. Indianapolis, and by the way, I'm not saying you shouldn't talk. I'm not saying you shouldn't bring these things up. I am saying, how many more times can you do this? Make a statement after the fact, after the fact, after the fact. I believe in some proaction. Maybe that's not the job of the FOP. Maybe that's the job of the people. The residents of Indianapolis who keep voting for this garbage. And where are the civic leaders? Where are the leaders of the real estate groups, of the biomed groups, of the cloud computing groups, of the media groups? You allow this? This is the city you want? Don't you think there should be a change? Don't you think that if you lead this foundation, that foundation, the other foundation, you should say enough already? You don't think so? What, you want to be invited to a party? You're the city county council. For all Michael Paul Hart wants to crow about getting rid of the data center there in Franklin. Well, I didn't push to have Joe Hogsett resign because we have to get things done in the city. Is that your argument still, sir? Because that argument don't hunt. That argument is nonsense. 99 times. And I don't have a city county council that says to the prosecutor, you got to go? What are we doing? And that's, of course, the question for Indianapolis. We have greatness that we can go achieve, and we vote for people who keep us from it. And you got to look at the people who vote for those who keep us from it and ask them what they're doing. And they're doing us no favors. They're doing us no good. Do you not value yourselves? Do you not love you? Do you really hate yourselves that much? Have you really bought into the idea that you have to support your political party more than you have to support your rationality? You voted for Joe Hogsett because he was going to keep abortion safe and legal, like he's got anything he can do with that subject, but he can't keep you safe on the streets. And he lets people break the law with reckless abandon. Not a statement, not a thought, not an impassioned plea. I'm willing to call out the FOP. Enough with the statements. Let's get some action going. The mayor, with all of that power, won't say word one, and you keep voting for him? What the hell is wrong with you? This city has all the opportunity in the world, and we're not taking it. We allow losers to run the city, and they allow mayhem on our streets. And the civic leaders say nothing, and the elected officials say nothing, and the voters keep voting. At some moment, you got to stop caring. That moment isn't today, but it's coming for a lot of people, and it's already come for a bunch more. Fire Ryan Mears. It's a start. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matt?
Crash on the southwest side, Kentucky Avenue, Hannah Avenue. In the intersection, one person is trapped inside of a vehicle. South side crash just reported. Edgewood Avenue at South Meridian Street. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off all products, plus 2.99% financing at an additional $550 off your project. Trust local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. On the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here, you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
What if you had the smartest Wi-Fi? If you did, it'd be Xfinity, of course, and it'd come with their best state-of-the-art equipment. It would boost speeds to the devices that needed them most, prioritizing your most important connections, whether you were streaming, gaming, or gaming while pretending to work. And it would let you stream 4. That's right, 4 games on one screen. It would even power your mobile connection so you could bring faster, secure Wi-Fi speeds with you where you use it most. It would be proactive and fix problems before you knew you had them. Impressive, right? And it would have security features that protect you from threats at home and online. Kinda like a force field for your life. If you had the smartest Wi-Fi, well, everything would work together seamlessly to keep you connected, no matter what. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply.
Retirement isn't just about reaching the finish line, it's about knowing how to play the next movement. Without a plan, your savings can feel like noise instead of music. I'm Jason Hutchins with Guardian Wells Financial. I've seen too many families head into retirement without the guidance they need. That's why I wrote Orchestrate Your Retirement, a guide to composing a financially tuned plan. I'd like to mail you a copy at no cost. Call 317-660-0929. That's 660-0929. Inside this book, you'll find real-world strategies on turning savings into income, making smarter Social Security decisions, and reducing a bite of taxes in retirement. Call 317-660-0929. That's 660-0929 for your book today. Don't wait. Supplies are limited, and when they're gone, they are gone. Orchestrate your retirement. Discover the rhythm of a confident future.
Investment advisory services offered through Creative One Wealth LLC, a registered investment advisor. Guardian Wells Financial is not affiliated with Creative One Wealth or with any government agency. Licensed insurance professionals.
Call 317-660-0929.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month.
And ask about a $400 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, why several people were taken to an Indianapolis hospital this morning. Officers fired their weapons on the Near East Side Thursday, what IMPD is saying about it, and why Caitlin Clark is questioning the future of the league. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC. WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
Will any votes change? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. If not, another attempt in the Senate to fund the government on day 3 of the shutdown will also fail, as Democrats demand provisions in the bill to roll back looming cuts to health care coverage and subsidies for Americans. And they deny what Republican Senator Josh Hawley tells Fox.
They would rather deny health care to our veterans than deny health care to illegals.
President Trump has met with the director of the Office of Management and Budget, threatening to make big cutbacks to the federal workforce.
Which reportedly, according to the Washington Post, involved firing about 16,000 federal workers. There are about 750,000 who are furloughed right now. But when we start to see this happening and how long it lasts also depends on how long the shutdown itself is. There are reportedly some concerns it could bring on legal challenges, though, over regulations to federal layoffs and prohibited expenses during a shutdown like severance payments.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich at the White House, and we've just learned the Trump administration's put $2 billion in infrastructure projects on hold in Chicago, days after halting transportation projects in New York City. And also because of the shutdown, the jobs and unemployment report for September that was going to be released this hour won't be. The president is escalating its fights against drug trafficking from Venezuela, declaring to Congress it's an armed conflict with cartels.
The memo cites a September 15th strike on a ship in the Caribbean accused of trafficking drugs, claiming it could eventually, quote, kill Americans. This comes as Democrats have alleged the administration is exceeding its powers to use military force against the cartels.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz. Police in Manchester, England say the day after a terror attack at a synagogue, one of the 2 killed and one of the 3 wounded were shot by them responding.
Police shot the suspect dead, wearing an apparent explosive belt officials say was not viable. The attacker, now identified as a 35-year-old British citizen of Syrian descent. 3 suspects also arrested.
That's Greg Palcott. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
911 calls to the west side of Indianapolis. Clear radar, 62 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 88. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:02. A fast-moving fire tore through several apartments early this morning near Rockville Road and Lyndhurst Drive, leaving multiple people without a place to stay. When Township Fire Captain Eric Bannister.
Pretty rapid spread. It is a little dry out here, but the way these apartments are set up, it's really kind of an uncommon scenario. We just don't see that kind of spread that rapidly.
Bannister says several people jumped from the second floor to safety. Multiple others, including kids, were taken to the hospital. Gunfire Thursday near 10th and Sherman on Indy's east side during a search for a wanted man.
I ain't see nothing. Well, I did when I came out, but I was in the kitchen making me some food. I was making me a sandwich, and then I just heard like 5 shots.
And that man lives a few houses down from where the shooting happened.
Guns are used for protection, not for just going wild, just shooting people. That is not how it works. It's for protection. So everything that y'all doing, y'all need to stop, get it right.
And the man who was shot by the cops is alive, and the officers who shot him are on administrative leave as part of the investigation. A new construction project begins early Monday along US 31.
Carmel drivers have some serious road work beginning early Monday morning. It's the beginning of the Level Up 31 construction project, including the exit ramp closure of eastbound 465 to southbound Meridian Street. That should reopen in late December. Also, the exit from southbound 31 to 106 will close, and eastbound 106 will shut down from Illinois Street to 31. Both of those should reopen in late December. Level Up 31 includes modifications to the 31-465 interchange and improvements to the 31 corridor in Carmel. Matt Bear, WIBC. WIBC traffic.
And we'll go right back to Matt here in a minute in the WIBC Traffic Center. Unseasonably warm weather continues across Indianapolis.
Looks like the warmth is going to stick around through at least early next week. We'll continue to have temperatures or highs in the 80s.
Forecaster Greg Mello at the National Weather Service says rain could happen as soon as Monday. And the current collective bargaining agreement in the WNBA expires at the end of the month. Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark talked about it Thursday. Here's John Herrick.
Players want improved salaries and benefits, which is part of the reason that Clark said this during her exit interview at Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
This is straight up the most important moment in this league's history. Well, this league's been around for 25 plus years, and this is a moment we have to capitalize on.
Without a new collective bargaining agreement or an extension of the old one, there could be a work stoppage. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And the Indianapolis Colts will host a special halftime show against the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday, in which former linebacker Shaq Leonard will retire as a Colt. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the fives. Here he is, Matt Baer.
All right, Ryan, looking at eastbound 74 on the west side coming in from Brownsburg. There is a medical emergency on the exit from eastbound 74 to northbound 465. The ramp is open. It's just partially blocked. Northbound 6570, stop and go traffic after Keystone into the South Split for a 6-minute delay. Inbound 69, delayed 6 minutes from 106th Street to 465. Crash cleared up in progress. Kentucky Avenue, Hannah Avenue on the southwest side, 2-car crash. In the middle of the intersection, someone was trapped inside of a vehicle. South side crash, Edgewood Avenue at South Meridian. Traffic sponsored by Grand Appliance. Shop the 95th anniversary sale of Grand Appliance to save on top brands like GE, Cafe, and more. Visit grandappliance.com or your local showroom for details. That's grandappliance.com. I'm Matt Baer on the fives at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, which TV meteorologist, let me ask you, Tara, how much would you pay for a boudoir shot of Matt Baer?
Oh, what? Oh, a boudoir shot of Matt Baer.
like a boudoir photo or a painting.
A photo. Got it now. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Matt Baer, velvet couch, posed like George Costanza.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right?
I mean, that could easily go for like 100, 150.
Signed or?
Oh, now if you're signed, then it goes up.
Okay. So you're thinking $150 just for the shot alone?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty impressive. You think that he can get himself $150 just by being in his boxers? That's saying something.
Ooh.
Now, if it's watercolor, you can double that. You can make it.
No.
Correct.
Everyone knows this is going to be done in oils.
Okay, oils would be, oh, mercy, off the charts.
Yeah.
Huge at the auction.
Yep. By the way, that's the name of the painting.
Come on. He's all yours, Tara.
That is correct. Wow. Nailed it.
What's the weather like there, Tara Hastings?
Hey, good morning. We have one little lone shower popping up. Not yet, though. It's not going to feel like fall at all this weekend. It's going to be too warm. We have one little lone shower in Greencastle right now. Other than that, very mild. We'll get up to 87 degrees today. Mostly sunny skies and warm. Maybe an isolated shower in western Indiana this afternoon. Tonight, clear, 62. This weekend, mid and upper 80s. Most of the weekend will be dry. We will change the weather pattern. Could see some rain chances late Monday into Tuesday, with temperatures returning back to normal. Ooh, okay.
Tara Hastings. Which TV meteorologist who will spend $150 for a boudoir shot of Matt Baer and hang it above her bed?
Now, I wouldn't go that far.
Right there.
I would not go that far.
Right on top of the fireplace above the mantle.
There we go. Yes, there we go. Lickety split.
That's right. Missed you yesterday. Missed you this week. I only got to talk to you once.
I know. Well, I had some time off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then you were off yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So,
yes.
All right. Well,
I actually got. Did anybody else at IBC get this email from our program director that says, "Hey, I know some of you have some time left off, time off for the rest of the year. Just remember, you can't all take it at once." Was he trying to like Thunderdome us to see who can fight for time off?
I mean, you only have a couple months left to get those requests in. Yeah. You got to get them in.
I never take all the time off that I have, ever.
Really?
And I will admit, I think this year I've taken more time off than I ever have. I'd say in the past 12 months than I ever have in my entire career. And it's weird.
Well, you did have some like surgery. Didn't you have the arm thing?
I did have the arm thing, and then I was supposed to go visit my mother, and that got delayed a couple times, so that meant a day off here and a day up there. And like I have a chance to be in Israel at the end of this month. There's some other things going on, travel things. Like I'm supposed to be in D.C. next week. I don't think I can go. It's just, it's not right. There's a job to do. And eventually you take off enough time and you end up being Nigel.
You don't want to be Nigel.
You never go full Nigel.
There can only be one Nigel. There can only be one Nigel.
By the way, are you showing up? They're going to be at Coach's Tavern this afternoon doing the show where they got their start doing the show. Are you going to show up? Are you going to be? No. Are you going to be there? And you're going to beer bong with them?
No, I don't.
What do you mean no? What do you have to do?
My husband and I are going to a concert tonight. So yes.
So first of all, what concert?
Eric Church.
Oh, okay. Lovely. Yeah. So don't you want a pregame with Hammer and Nigel before you go?
No, not really.
Carl, you got that, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. You might want to send that to them right away.
Are you setting me up?
No, I was expecting you to say, I can't wait to have a drink with Hammer and Nigel. But instead, you said, I wouldn't be caught dead having a drink.
Not say that. Yes, Joseph.
With Hammer and Nigel. I mean, that's just, I mean, shocking and rude. This is what you just said.
F these people.
Unbelievable.
Yes. Okay, copy, Joseph. See, I have to go do 2 TV things now.
Oh, okay.
They're telling me that we're bumping in with Taylor Swift. I don't know if you know this. Taylor Swift released a new album. So.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. She's some kind of showgirl, I believe, in this album.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, I'm going to go. Hey, have a fantastic weekend, and get some time off on the schedule.
Can I tell you, I actually get paid to have this conversation? It's amazing.
Yes, it is. Isn't it?
It's amazing. Tara Hastings, I forgot we were doing a radio show. Sorry, I just thought we were on the phone.
Okay.
Wish TV meteorologist, thank you. It is 59 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Do we even have to play the brought to you by?
Yes, we do.
All right, just play that.
This hour powered by Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling, your independent American Standard air dealer.
Now we'll hit commercials and we'll come back to it. I mean, look what I did. I wasted time. And then we'll play my theme song later, and that's the way it'll work. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Don Fisher for QC Kinetics. I was struggling with chronic knee pain and wasn't encouraged with the options of risky surgery and pain pills. QC Kinetics offered the best option for me, cutting-edge regenerative medicine. Their non-invasive treatment stimulated my body's own biologics so I could be pain-free and get back to doing what I love, playing golf. QC Kinetics has a fantastic success rate, and it's clear to see why so many Hoosiers are happy to tell their story of how they reclaimed their lives with the QC Kinetics approach. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to qckinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. QC Kinetics uses the latest technologies, whether it's stem cell, PRP, plasma, or a number of other advanced therapies. Call QC Kinetics. It'll be the best call you will make. Get back in the game, whatever that is for you. Call 317-559-PAIN.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text SAVVY to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text SAVVY to 42424. That's SAVVY to 42424.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Yeah, eastbound 70 now littered with incidents from Tibbs into the South Split. First, after Tibbs, we have a crash. And then eastbound 70 between Belmont and Harding, that's a stall. And then eastbound 70 after Harding Street, that is a crash. So 3 incidents there, and I'm told that they're all on the shoulder right now. So a little bit of a slowdown, not a major delay here, but a slowdown at Harding Street, and then you're through that last crash and you're on your way. Northbound 65, a 5-minute delay from Keystone up to the South Split. Crash cleanup continues Kentucky Avenue at Hannah. That was 2 cars in the intersection. Crash south side, Edgewood Avenue at South Meridian Street, and then eastbound 74 coming in from Brownsburg. That is a medical emergency on the exit ramp to northbound 465. And now I'm told it just cleared, so fantastic. Traffic sponsored by Brownsburg Landscape. Don't miss Brownsburg Landscape's big fall tree sale this weekend only. All trees are 70% off, and pallets of paver and wallstone are buy one, get one free. Visit BrownsburgLandscape.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
59 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it! Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Do you need furnace or heat pump service and need to find a local well-trained expert you can trust like Family Heating and Air Conditioning? We'll find that American Standard Air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
People are looking at their watches right now saying, what's happening? My Flederman von Riest says it's 8:17. This is supposed to play at 8:06. We didn't play it earlier, so we played it now. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. So the story about spending is fantastic. I'm not just talking about this IEDC story, which I think is much more nuanced. And we have to ask ourselves a whole series of questions, starting with, do we want the business? Then how we get the business. Because I would agree, and I have said so, the answer is not spending an outrageous amount of money on a select group of people. Nor is it outrageous tax breaks. And certainly we should be discussing the regulatory burden as opposed to the tax breaks. Make it easier to run a business and more people will come. Professor Elaine Berteau is correct. That analysis is spot on. We always think about we got to reduce the tax burden and businesses will come. They'll actually pay the taxes if it's just easy to start. Make it easy to operate. They'll deal with the taxes later. Because, of course, the taxes are not paid by a corporation. They're paid by the people. That's always the way it is. They'll raise the taxes. But if you make it easier to operate the business, they will come because they get a better profit margin. Good. So we need to be focused on these things. And I don't know if necessarily the IEDC is in its approach to getting business. But for all of the Republicans out there who don't even believe in gathering business, bringing business in, well, you're just wrong. And I don't even understand how it's a Republican point of view. We should be proactive in courting businesses and bringing people here. We should just be proactive in having a set of standards that we uphold about how we bring the business here. But these IEDC, the breakdowns and the audits, there's some very interesting stuff there. And I will say for the record, please stop telling me that Eric Holcomb was some kind of great leader. I don't believe that's what's seen, and I don't believe that you could take a look at the LEAP district and say this is such an innovation. The way this was rolled out was hateful of Hoosiers. It was hateful. I don't even oppose the idea of LEAP. This was some ugly stuff. You didn't consult here. You didn't check there. You didn't ask here. You just said, we're doing this and screw these people. Please don't think that that's something that should bring about some type of legacy of value. But speaking of people who don't have a legacy of value, hey, Diego Morales. How you doing, effing Diego? What? Was there something I said? He's effing Diego. That's what we call. Oh, fake news Diego. Oh, yeah. So Diego Morales is the Secretary of State, and he accused WIBC of being fake news, him and his Tokyo Rose propagandist, Lindsay Eaton. And they accused us of being fake news, and we asked for the interview, and they said, we don't talk to the likes of you. That's actually what they said in the email. It turns out that they don't understand that we here on this show do commentary, and our newsroom does news, and the newsroom has always been accurate in its reporting of the news of Diego Morales. They can't tell the difference because they don't want to tell the difference because they don't want to answer questions about, for example, things like foreign trips. So it's actually Diego Morales and Lindsay Eaton who are fake news, but fake news Diego Morales, I mean, it's a radio show, and I got to worry about time. A lot of time constraints in radio, so we just shorten it to F and Diego. We do it, producer Carl, for the people, right? That's why we call him F and Diego, right?
Yeah, and we also do it for time.
Yeah, for the people, for time. You understand. You understand. So F and Diego, as has been reported, we've got the story at WIBC.com, he topped statewide official travel spending. Well, no duh. No kidding. State officials, according to a report Wednesday, have logged $97,000 in state expenses. Right? So from July 1st, 2024 to June 30th, 2025. So is that a lot of money or not compared to others? That's certainly a good question. But the person who tops the list is F and Diego. Diego Morales. When you take a look at it, he had a trip to India where he said he reimbursed the expenses using personal funds. He reported a trip to Vancouver in September for a securities conference, but said no state funds were used. He did not include, as the Indiana Capital Chronicle reports, a May trip to Hungary, which he said was a personal trip, and he said it was paid for by a conservative group. What conservative group and how much? I'd like to know about this conservative group, and I'd like to know if they are conservative. Guys, when I, radio host, am talking about the stock market, if I think I own a stock, I let you know as I'm discussing it. The only two things in radio that I ever heard from the very beginning when we were with MS Communications and now with Urban One, here's the stuff that'll get you fired. It wasn't actually cursing on air. It wasn't topics on air. It was plugola and payola. The idea that you would talk about a company or talk about a business and not disclose your connection to the business or to the company, to the thing. That's why I disclose everything. It was the only thing where it was very clear nobody was messing around, no one was screwing around, you're gone. There'll be no second chances, nothing. The only subject was not disclosing how you're connected to the thing that you're talking about, if you are. Diego Morales has made a career of it, it seems. He documented 19 trips out of state, including an association conference for secretaries of state in Puerto Rico. 9 of those trips are to Chicago to meet with foreign dignitaries. The San Juan trip cost $4,200. coming out of the general fund of his office. Of the nearly $33,000 Morales reported spending, a third was devoted to monthly fuel costs. You know, he likes to talk about how he has driven around. He's reached all 92 counties. Delegates, you're not going to seriously vote for this guy, are you? Come on, delegates. What is your argument here? This embarrassment is the only guy who could do the job? Oh, they're just after him because of what? For what reason am I after him? Go on. No. I want to hear it. I want to hear from the delegates. For what reason is Tony Katz discussing Diego Morales with such negativity? I mean, there's his outrageous spending. There's a despicable treatment of news organizations. And then, of course, there's the hiring of his brother-in-law. But I want you to tell me, why am I doing it? I just mentioned the 3 issues. But do you have another one? You've got a reason that you need to re-elect Diego Morales? You got other people you can vote for? What are you doing? Why are you embarrassing yourself? You know there's a problem. You know that he won't come clean. This guy thinks he's Trump. He thinks he's Donald Trump. I'm telling you, he's not even Michael Cohen. What are you buying into, delegates? Who are you? You kidding yourselves? I want to hear it from you. Why in the world would you re-elect Diego Morales? What is in it for you? What are you doing? What are you proving? Well, the establishment is against him, so we have to protect him. I'm sorry. You calling me establishment? You, Hammer and Nigel? Kendall and Casey? I want to make sure I understand. You're calling us establishment. Are you certifiably insane? Have you been drinking? Did you fall down and hit your head? Go on. Why don't you explain why you would support this guy who makes the party and the state look ridiculous? You can support a lot of other people. Democrats still won't like him. Forget them. What are you doing? We would like to ask him what he's doing, but he doesn't answer. He just sends his Tokyo Rose to go insulting people. Well, if effing Diego wants to fight, I'm down with it because he thinks he's Trump, and that's hilarious. That is hilarious. He's much more like Trump University. Non-existent. Vote for someone else, delegates. Matt Bear has got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matty?
All right, Tony, westbound. Well, it's going to be the west side. Thank you very much. And eastbound 70 after Tibbs Avenue. That's a crash. And then we have another crash eastbound 70 after Harding Street. That comes with a slowdown Belmont to the White River. And then on the south side crash, Edgewood Avenue at South Meridian. Southwest side crash, Kentucky Avenue at Hannah. That's 2 cars in the intersection. On the east side, northbound 465 slow before Penn Pike up to East 56. And then construction slowdown on northbound 65 from Raymond up to the south split. Cost you an additional 2 minutes. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off all products plus 2.99% financing. Get an additional $550 off your project. Trust a local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Trust in media hits an all-time low.
So join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
20 ribeyes for $35. That's 20 ribeyes for $35 at 2 locations in Indianapolis going on now. 20 ribeyes for only $35 in the Hardee's parking lot near Walmart at West 86th Street and Michigan Road. Just look for the big truck. Also in the Hardee's lot at the corner of Franklin Road and Pendleton Pike. Also on the big truck is cases of T-bones, fillets, New York strips, burgers, and a whole lot more. Big truck sale. Marinated chicken breasts too. Don't wait. Big steak sale at 2 different locations. In the Hardee's parking lot near Walmart at West 86th Street and Michigan Road. Also in the Hardee's lot at the corner of Franklin Road and Pendleton Pike. 20 ribeyes for just $35. Don't wait. Everything must go. Big truck sale. That's 20 ribeyes for $35. West 86th Street and Michigan Road. And the second location in the Hardee's parking lot at the corner of Franklin Road and Pendleton Pike. Get there before the truck is gone.
It's time. You've been putting off that kitchen or bath remodel long enough. What are you waiting for? Get started today with Boer Remodeling. Boer Remodeling customer Kathy had a bath remodel with Boer. Kathy, talk a little bit about your experience.
Our experience with Boer has been terrific. The process was so easy and seamless. When we decided to do a larger remodel of our first floor, Boer was the first company we thought of hiring.
And were you happy with the results?
The results are amazing, and we are so happy with our home and the work that Boer did.
Peter is another recent Boer Remodeling customer with a new kitchen. Peter, what was the best part about working with Boer?
We especially liked the active participation that we were able to have in selection of stone for the countertops. Really came out beautiful. The cabinets also came out very, very well.
The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in Central Indiana. They'll guide you through the entire process. Start with a free consultation. Talk to Boer Remodeling today. That's BOOHER, BoerRemodeling.com.
A car chase and a crash.
Speeds are 100, traffic's light, still going southbound.
93 WIBC.
They can't see straight, they're blinded by it.
An extension of Obamacare subsidies.
Really pretty crazy and stupid thing.
Stay in the know.
Plane getting ready to take off.
While you're on the go.
Hit another jet that had just landed.
The car was driven into members of the public.
Hear the news.
And that one man had been stabbed.
When it comes down to humanity, that would cross almost all faith.
On air, online, and on Alexa.
The deals and specials are sizzling hot. It's the Central Indiana Gun and Knife Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Stoutfield National Guard Armory on West Minnesota Street. The best dealers in the region, hundreds of tables, just $6 for adults, kids 12 and under free. Must be 18 or accompanied by an adult. Buy, sell, trade. This Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Stoutfield National Guard Armory. For more info, visit CentralIndianaGunShows.com.
Up to 50% off and 2.99% financing, plus receive an additional $550 off your project.
Because at B-Window,
we mean business. We mean business.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It's the third day of the federal government shutdown. Clear radar over Monument Circle where it's 62 degrees going up to 88 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:31. The Senate will vote again today to try to end this government shutdown. This comes after President Trump said he's meeting with his budget director to talk about spending cuts.
The president suggesting he'll use the shutdown as a roadmap to make big cuts. Republicans are blaming the potential consequence at the Democrats' feet, saying it would not happen if Dems just helped reopen the government. Senators want to fund the government, but Democrats also want to extend Obamacare subsidies. Democrats are denying GOP claims that they want to give free health care to migrants who are in the country illegally. While that is technically true, Democrats want to restore all health care provisions, including access to Medicaid, Medicare, and Obamacare subsidies for lawfully present non-citizens like refugees, asylees, and parolees.
And that's Fox's Madeline Rivera reporting, making Memphis, Tennessee safe again. That's what the state's governor says the Trump administration is doing by sending the National Guard into Memphis.
Thanks to President Trump and his vision for safe cities in America, we are very fortunate we have the full complement of federal resources to make that city safe.
And the Department of Justice says it's putting in work in Memphis, making 93 arrests, taking 28 illegal guns off the streets in just 72 hours. It is the first Friday of the month, which usually means the jobs report, but that's not the case today.
The government shutdowns put a pin in the September jobs report. That means businesses and policymakers won't have data to refer to as they try to gauge the employment picture at a time when hiring has slowed alarmingly. On the other hand, inflation's been rising in part because of President Trump's tariffs. And if the shutdown persists, some important reports on that data will be paused. That includes a report due out later this month, which is used in part to calculate Social Security benefits and possibly even the big reads on inflation, the Consumer Price Index and the Producer Price Index, which measure costs on almost everything month to month and year over year.
And that's Fox's Daria Albinger reporting. The state just released an audit digging into how the Indiana Economic Development Corporation is operating. Jarrett Lewis has the dirty details.
Auditors flagging more than 30 instances where IEDC officials or board members had potential financial conflicts with outside organizations that received taxpayer funding. Although just one of those cases was formally reported to the State Ethics Commission. One case involved a former executive tied to a $17.5 million contract. Indiana Governor Mike Braun says the IEDC has to be more transparent with its funds.
My focus is on solutions, and we're fixing these issues to get better results for Hoosiers.
Documents show the IEDC sent out more than $1.4 billion from 2022 to the end of 2024. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And sports on WIBC, the Indianapolis Colts getting ready for a problem, and his name is Ashton Jeanty, the Raiders' young running back coming off a big game and could test Indy's defense. Indianapolis linebacker or tackle DeForest Buckner says Jeanty's skill set makes him pop.
You know, the kid, he gets it. You know what I mean? He plays hard, plays through contact. He doesn't shy away from contact. It's definitely going to be a group effort, you know, getting him down. I mean, they got him going last week against Chicago, and I'm sure they're going to stick with the run game.
And former Colts linebacker Shaq Leonard will officially retire as a Colt during halftime. Coverage on 107.5 The Fan starts at 10 a.m. Sunday with the Colts pregame huddle. Kickoff at 1 o'clock. Some WNBA players are not happy with the league's leadership, and that includes Indiana's Sophie Cunningham.
I think that there are a lot of people in the position of powers in the WNBA who they might be really great business people, but they don't know shit about basketball.
And the season ended for the Fever on Tuesday night against the Las Vegas Aces in Game 5 of the WNBA semifinals. Major League Baseball, the Tigers, the Cubs, and the Yankees all advanced to the American and National League Division Series. And on Thursday Night Football, the San Francisco 49ers beat the LA Rams 26-23 in overtime. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
Eastbound 70, a crash reported at Tibbs. No delay there. We do have a slowdown eastbound 70 at Harding Street. That is a stall over on the shoulder. Now the left lane is closed, in fact, so we have a slowdown going through that. And then on the south side, northbound 65 delayed 2 minutes from Raymond into the south split because of construction. And a crash on the southwest side. That's Kentucky at Hannah. 2 vehicles in the intersection. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off all products, plus 2.99% financing at an additional $550 off your project. Trust local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to BWindow.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
59 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center at the time. What is the time? It's 8:36.
Do you need furnace or heat pump service? Need to find a local well-trained expert you can trust, like Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling? We'll find that independent American Standard Air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What is happening? Dow futures up 68. NASDAQ futures are up 21. You have oil prices coming in dropping. $60.80 a barrel on the West Texas crude coming out of the ground, out of the oceans. The Brent crude under 65. $64.44 a barrel. That's been a big drop over the last 7 days. Because Brent crude was over 70, or I should say at 70. And certainly we saw the West Texas crude 66. I think that's a little bit more, it's in the head. It's in the mind. It's I forget the term. There's a term I'm thinking of, but Joe Biden did. I can't remember what it is. Psychological. That's probably it. In the 50s will be seen as, oh, look at that. I don't know if it gets there or not. The 10-year Treasury at 4.09, it has been coming down. Will it cross under 4%? Normally, we would be taking a look at jobs numbers, whole host of things. But because of the shutdown, we don't have that. We don't have any jobs numbers. Oh, did you not hear? The government is shut down. Yeah, there's I guess we have no government now. The government has been shut down. We have an impasse. Democrats refuse to vote for a continuing resolution that gets us through to November 21st. Everybody understand that? This isn't a 6-month thing or an 8-month thing or anything else. This is quite literally days. That's what we're looking at here. Days to get through. It's certifiable what they're doing, why they're doing it, why they let Chuck Schumer drag them into this absolute loser, and it is a loser for Schumer. He cannot win with progressives. He'll never be progressive enough. He'll never be communist enough. They're going to vote for Ocasio-Cortez. You can't win this fight, Chuck. All you could do is make your party look worse. And yes, Trump and Russ Vought, who runs Office of Management and Budget, are going to get together and say, okay, let's now remove, because we've got the shutdown, these 7,000 jobs, or whatever the number is going to be. Could be 2,000, could be 18,000. I don't know. And they're never coming back. And if they do come back in some level, they're going to come back with Trump-aligned people. It was Rahm Emanuel who told us, never let a crisis go to waste. And people always quote that, but they never quote the second part, because it allows you to do things you otherwise could not do. Democrats wanted this. Democrats got this. The world is crazy, but we do not have to be. I'm a big believer. Because the world is nuts and violent and ridiculous and pathetic. What we watch and what we see, there's a reason people turn off news. There's a reason people turn off social media. The world is crazy, but we do not have to be. That's why I bring you the Tony Katz TK Thursday Music Moment, but I was out Thursday. So we do it on a Friday, and here's what we do. It's presented by KillaDentRemoval.com. KillaDentRemoval.com. You've got hail damage. You've got storm damage to your car. You got dents. Yeah, you got door dings. They will come to you. KillaDentRemoval.com. They'll come to you, take out all the door dings, take out all the dents from your doors, from your roof, from your hood, make your car look amazing. Kill a Dent Removal right here in Indianapolis. KillaDentRemoval.com. The paintless dent removal, mobile dent repair. They will come to you, to your home, to your office, fix your car, make it look amazing. KillaDentRemoval.com. That's who you speak to, and they bring us the Tony Katz TK Thursday Music Moment. We play some music. Turn up the speakers, we step outside, we grab a drink. I'm not here to judge. Maybe you work third shift. And we just take a moment to breathe. Take a moment to relax. And so we play it every week. I bring it to you. It realized that in all the time doing this, I have never done any Van Halen. And I caught a version of this song that was done by Sammy Hagar. I know, I went with Sammy Hagar, Van Halen. It's okay. And some others. It's kind of like a memorial to Eddie Van Halen, or I don't know what it was, but I'm like, I haven't heard the song in a while. It's just got a good groove. I happen to like the guitar lick. I like the story of how this happened at 2 a.m. when Eddie Van Halen walked into Sammy Hagar's, I don't know, room or apartment or wherever it is, said, hey, you got to hear this. It's a cool story. Roll down your windows. Turn up your radios. 1988 was the year. Van Halen, from the album OU812, Finish What You Started, producer Carl, hit it. Come on, baby. take a beat, then we continue with the day. It's just that easy. Find everything from the TK Music Moment over there at WIBC.com. Matt Bear has traffic.
Crash going to the airport from downtown. It is now westbound 70 shy of Tibbs. It's on the shoulder. Eastbound 70 delay is formed up from Tibbs Avenue into West Street. That's because of a crash at northbound 65 stop and go Raymond into the South Split for a 3-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee owned. B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off all products plus 2.99% financing and an additional $550 off your project. Trust local. Trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
59 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:47.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-348-8569. 800-348-8569. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-348-8569.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Want to be part of the conversation without waiting on hold?
We're sorry. All of our representatives are still assisting other customers.
Join the Text Club. Direct access to your favorite WIBC show. Text WIBC to 317-239-9393.
Here we are, face to face, hoping to find we're two of a kind.
You can edit all you want. I know Ricky Schroeder when I hear him.
It's Rick Schroeder.
And Alfonso Ribeiro.
And Aaron Gray.
Hey now.
Turn it up. What are you doing?
To learn all about those things you just can't buy.
That's right. That is right. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here is how we play our game. Producer Carl has picked a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is right there. Sometimes I'm not sure, and I phone a friend and I say, hey, Matt Bear, what is this? So let's just check in with that. Maybe Matt knows the answer. Let's phone a friend. Matt Bear, what is this theme song?
That's the Bear Bryant Show, Tony.
Nice. This one, now, some things are easy because it's in the theme song. Carl did a nice job editing it out. This is the theme to Silver Spoons. There it is. Yes, chat room, I was indeed chair dancing. That is accurate. I was. It was just good. I was doing a little bit of the Carlton. And I don't know if I was great at it. I don't know if I was great at it. I gave it my best shot. On Tony Katz today at noon, we will discuss the shutdown and the situation regarding the drug dealers and the boats from Venezuela and what it is Congress wants to know. And the argument that they're making that is acceptable, and then the argument that I think is questionable. I'll get to both of those. Also, in a move that hurts Jasmine Crockett, Tesla sales are up. I guess all that firebombing didn't help. Maybe don't firebomb. Maybe don't engage in destruction of property. That would be the thing to do, if you ask me. So we will get into all of those stories. I was gonna share a story of just how absolutely broken we are as a society, but I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it. I don't know if I want to give attention to certain people, and it's not that they're going to learn. It's not that they're not going to be just absolutely horrific people and do horrific things. They're going to continue. It's the total lack of soul that has been getting to me in a large way. The trolls don't. It's the obscenity of the positions, because the positions aren't rational. They're just, how can you get a gotcha on somebody? It just doesn't move me like that. So I was going to share the story, and I decided I'm not going to give them the attention. This I will give the attention to. Did you hear this from Keir Starmer? This is the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, who's talking about climate change. Listen. Oh, sorry about that. That wasn't playing right. There we go.
I think we need to look at every aspect of illegal migration, upstream, looking at the causes, which, of course, are often poverty, climate change, persecution.
You have able-bodied men, able-bodied single men coming to the UK like coming to America because of climate change. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why the political left cannot run a nation, cannot run a society, and cannot lead you to victory. They can't. This is why they lead every single nation to absolute destruction. Illegal immigration is acceptable. All of this mass migration is acceptable. It's climate change causing it. It isn't the desire for a worldwide caliphate. It isn't a desire for destruction. It isn't because you will give them free stuff. Climate change? The left is an unserious group of people. It's an unserious organization. I will be back noon, people, on Tony Katz today. I love that you're here. That I get to do this. It's kind of nutty, surreal, and I appreciate it. So thanks. Also, January 24th. It was going to be November 5th. Then it was going to be January 20th. But we've made it January 24th. And so that's your hint. The next live event, you could look up those dates in the calendar and see what they mean. You might want to save the date. Sponsorship's now available. Do not miss out. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's going on, Matt?
Eastbound 70 at Tibbs, crash, and it's slow back to a little bit slow through the area. Look